Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the Bunnings NPC once again. It is going to be Bay of Plenty taking on Tasman. Another match we are going to be watching at the exact same time is going to be North Harbour taking on Waikato, but Bay of Plenty versus Tasman is the one that we are going to be concentrating on the commentary for. We have got Smithy Toilet in the chat, has put hashtag back the Bay, and also Josh Pitch in here as well as said hi, and hey bro, Marco's 12 and under says right and high. So that is the prediction in the chat, and yeah, we will have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case, but I have got it up now that I can see the game between it is North Harbour, the team who recently got relegated down to the championship, taking on Waikato, and the other game that we are going to be watching is a Bay of Plenty taking on, it will be I've forgotten their name, Tasman, the defending champions of the Premiership, I should say. Hey, howdy, hey, yo, as well from Katie Dixon, and also how was the Lions game? I thought it was all right overall. Looking back at it, I watched the highlights once again, and of course, there are always a few calls that you think maybe could have been different, but I think overall, the result of that game still kind of stood as the Springboks were probably quite lucky to get that win, but they were able to get the end result go in their favour. Did England just hand the Rugby World Cup and Lions Store trophy to the Springboks? That's one way to stop the APs as well. Go the Bay, the one and only, says Simon Houston. It has been kicked off now. Going to be Tasman claiming that one, and that's huge contact straight away from Kurt Eklund. It's playing for Bay of Plenty, I should say. I haven't actually got the lineups available, unfortunately, to pop up on the screen, but we can talk through some of the good players for both sides, and one of which being Manakai Selby Rika, having some very good games for the Māori All Blacks, and also that's almost a tip tackle from Pari Parkinson in the breakdown in the end, and that's going to be a penalty to the Tasman Marcos on their own 22. But something that is exciting about this game is the fact that Bay of Plenty, they have got a solid side looking through it. You know, their front row, Aidan Ross, Kurt Eklund, and also Jeff Thwaites is a pretty strong. Angus Scott Young coming from the Reds in Australia has decided to join the Bay of Plenty, and also they've got Mitchell Karpak, Fetu Kamakama Douglas, Luke Campbell, Caleb Trask. It just goes on. Sean Wainui, Amoni Narawa didn't get many minutes throughout the games for the Blues this year, but he will be open to make an impact in this one, and it's going to be kicked in behind from Bay of Plenty. A little bit of a slip there, but it is going to be claimed nicely here by their number 15. And at this stage, I haven't actually had too much of a chance to look through the other Tasman sides, but at that stage, Tom Marshall was the man getting the ball. Tyrell Lomax now driving hard at the line, trying to make a few extra meters for Tasman before they fire it back into the hands of Mitch Hunt, who has put the ball high. And at this stage, 2 minutes gone in the other game as well, and it is still going to be sitting at 0-0 in that one, but that's going to be big contact there. And it was Tama Nawai, I believe is the pronunciation there on their name, and now it's going to be Jeff Thwaites driving forward for Bay of Plenty. And it is one of those ones, it is going to be a little bit difficult looking back and forth at these two sides, but hopefully we will be able to go straight through both of them. And looking at the number 10, of course, for Bay of Plenty, it is not going to be Teddy Black. He is headed to Japan. So instead for this one, it is going to be Caleb Trask with that number 10 jersey. That looks like it is going to be a scrum to Tasman because of the fact that the rolling mauler was going, but then they couldn't get the ball out. So it does now mean that it will be a Tasman scrum. Nakanye was all over Sinclair as well, or Sinclair, sorry, I almost said Sinclair there from Smithy Toilet. And also we have got, I missed such a good game, I fell asleep before the game even started, and we have heard it was a snooze fest, says Smithy Toilet. There were a lot of penalties. I think they were a total of 29 penalties in that game and a lot of drop ball. It was very similar in that regard to the All Blacks versus Wallabies game in regards of how many drop balls that we did get to see in their match up the Bay as well. Hello, mate, from Crazy NZ. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. This was a very late notice live stream. Pretty much woke up after about 3 hours sleep after the British and Irish Lions game. Decided I'd get a thumbnail, get everything sorted out for this one. Didn't even get a chance to put up the lineups, but at this stage, it looks like we will have a couple of very good games of rugby. And that is one way to wake yourself up, is to watch 2 games of rugby at once. Really gets the eyes going. So if anyone's wondering why I'm kind of going like this, it is because of the fact I got 2 games going at once, and that's going to be a penalty at scrum time for the Tasman Marco, and they've got a strong fullback. I see Mark Talia out on the wing, and of course he was one player, and also Lester Whainaunuku. They were so close to being able to get themselves selected for the All Blacks, just not quite, but now they are both going to be playing for Tasman this year, the defending champions. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do. Jeez, as well, says Johnny Boy. And also we have got the dab from Crazy NZ, and also Barrett's not our 10 in the debate now. He'll go back to his 2015 role. Yeah, I feel like Moonga, there is no way you can't start him after the performance he had up against the Wallabies yesterday. And also the game before that up against Fiji was extremely impressive as well. So I feel like he is the player who's got to start. And then Barrett can have that impact off the bench late in a game, although he didn't really get much of a chance in that game up against the Wallabies. But it did not go too well for the All Blacks in the later stages. That is short up 33-8. Bring the bench on. They go snoozing as well, says Smithy Toilet. And now it's going to be Sione Havili, flat boulder, Fetu Kamakama. Sorry, that's not Fetu Kamakama Douglas. It was him making the tackle now on Mark Talia, going short side, driving full 5 meters out here. And it is a good start to the match for Tasman. Quick hands from Whaina Nuku. Goes through the hands, though. And it does mean now that it is going to be a Bay of Plenty line out, only a few meters out from their own line. David has said, hi, Hamish. Welcome into the live stream, mate. We are here for the Bay of Plenty game. Was very much requested from yourself, so I decided, you know what, I will give Bay of Plenty a chance here. They are taking on the defending champions, but maybe they will be able to get the win. We have got Eddie Lewis on the JAZI as well, and also the AAB's bench was doo-doo. They brought no intensity up at 33-8. They should have scored more points. Kudos to the Wallabies. Yeah, the Wallabies finished that match extremely well, and they'll have a bit of confidence now heading into that next game. Hugh Renton hitting the ball up only 10 meters out at the moment here, and it is going to be not Finley Christie. They have got that Finley Christie is starting this match, but that is not true. I'm not too sure who the number 9 is, but now Mark Talia stepping backwards, going to be tackled by Campbell. And at this stage now, Tasman, they've been on all of the attacks so far throughout this match. Passing across now, heavy contact by Mitchell Karpik, able to drag the man down, I should say. Now it's going to the short side once again to their number 8. And at this stage, Parkinson on his shoulder. It seems like that's going to be a penalty. Yes, it is. I believe it was the player not releasing, so Bay of Plenty survive that attack. We have got, well, this is cool. This is a cool emoji. It is indeed the 100% one. That is for sure. And we have got, how are you watching this? I am watching it on Sky Go for this one, and I'm watching on Sky Sport now on my other monitor, watching the game between North Harbour and Waikato. So I'm doing a bit of a dual one in that regard, but I don't think there is anywhere that it is free to air on New Zealand TV, other than maybe Prime might be a decent one to look at. And we have got Kyle has said, hey, as well, welcome into the live stream. They missed 5 kicks at goal, says Johnny Boy. They did indeed. But Noel Lolesio, I feel bad for the guy because of the fact that, like, all the pressure was on him, but unfortunately just wasn't quite able to get those important kicks. We have got the Wallabies could have won. They decided to make their shots at goal as well, says Johnny Boy. And here it is high from Eddie Lewis as well. And we have got in there, if not Lolesio made his kick, ABs would have arisen with their professionalism as well, says Millington. And also hope is a good game, says Brandon. I'm thinking so far the way that Tasman are playing early on in this one seems like it's going to be fast paced, which is exactly what we expect from the defending champions, the Marcos. Louis Chapman now passing across. That is the name of the number 9 that I didn't actually know before the match. I believe it was going to be Finley Christie, but he is actually out with a shoulder injury, and he was training with the All Blacks. So it's one of those ones that now Perenara has made his way in. Bryn Gatlin going to be taking a shot here for North Harbour early in their match. And I think I am about to be updating it. Yes, I am. It is going to be 3-0 to North Harbour at this stage in their game up against Waikato. There we go. We will add their points there. Right, we are good. And we have got in there, thanks, Katie. Any you want to see in the future? I know that the George disappointed emoji is heavily requested, and also the Billy one that we are hopefully going to be doing not too soon. I've just got to find a picture of the cat to be able to have it decent quality. And we have got, the craziest thought is that pretty much the only reason the Wallabies lost is because they missed 2 conversions, says Katie. Yeah, it was a lot closer of a game than a lot of people were thinking about. 18 penalties against the All Blacks is just way too many for them to be given away. But now at this stage, Tasman going to be only 5 meters out. Once again, it's going to be Chapman going short side to Tuanga Fasi, trying to drive forward. Once again, can the Tasman Marcos get the first blood into this one? Almost. No, it's going to be a little bit of obstruction, and Bay of Plenty once again going to survive only a few meters out from their line. And we have got, hey, from Kyle, welcome into the live stream. And also we have got great call last night. Where's your tie? And I see the blow up doll didn't pop either, said James. And your doll spitting image of it. But yeah, at this stage, the suit is gone. That was for the 100th one that we were doing. I decided, I don't know, maybe that becomes a regular thing. You guys seem to enjoy seeing the suit come out for this live stream. So maybe it will be back. ABs won't, or wouldn't have lost at Eden Park. They'll put their soul on it as well, says Smithy Toilet. And also we have got in there, I've got a list as well, says Katie. And also, sorry, there's no prime game today. UFC and netball. There is one next Sunday, same time as well, says Simon Hughes. So yeah, hopefully they do show at least 1 or 2 of these games per week on Prime, just because of the fact, I mean, free-to-air TV, you want to get as many people watching these games as you can and not have it all behind a paid subscription. And now it's going to be Kurt Eklund just trying to run over the top of Mitch Hunt there, and they've got the advantage now. Bay of Plenty. So far, no points scored throughout this game. We have got Tasman playing silly then as well, says Johnny Boy. And also we have got hi from Noel Rogers. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. We have also got in there Tasman will win 38-16, which could be a very decent prediction. And to tell you what now, Caleb Trask down the wing. Got the man on the outside. Couldn't link up, though. And it has gone into touch. Leicester Fine Arnoku thinking about taking it quickly. Decides against the North Harbour, getting extremely close to the line. They are only 1 metre short. And I think they have scored the try. North Harbour, yes, they have. So it was Bryn Hall who was able to do so. So we will update that one as well. This is going to be a little bit of a co-stream while watching both games at once. But now North Harbour going to be leading that match against Waikato 8-0. So a very good start to that one for them as well. But at this stage now, we are going to have a scrum, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And it is going to be the scrum feed of, I think it will be Tasman's line out. Or sorry, Tasman's scrum, not straight throw there for the Bay of Plenty. Right, we are getting everything back up. There we go. You're a machine, Davis. Let's go to the Mighty Bay as well. Says that David, I'm sick. What can I do? As well, says Brandon, I think the best way to get over being sick is just sleeping it off. Normally, something that I probably need to do. I'm not sick, but at this stage, I'm running off about 5.5 or 6 hours of sleep from kind of half and half. And we have got, did you know, I'm a Twitch streamer. I streamed last night's game. Player went back and had to restart, or play went black and had to restart the stream. Says it more cake. Did it actually let you stream it on Twitch more cake, or did it end up taking it down due to copyright? We have it's got there, hey, from Shadow Ninja Ghost. Welcome into the live stream, mate. And also we have got there so many fun mails with George either face palming or sticking his lip out. He's too funny. We need a disappointed emoji as well. There's Katie Dixon, and also we have got in there in the chat, Tasman playing silly then, and also Springboks need to defeat the ABs for ultimate bragging rights. Only face teams that contain English as well. And also we have got yes, it won't. It did let me as well, so that's probably very lucky that it was able to do so. But just be careful that you don't get sued, because I know that has happened in the past, and they will be going for big money if they do catch it. But now it's going to be going short ball here on the halfway line. Tasman Marcos once again going to be trying to get, it's a knock on though. Unfortunately, just putting the ball down there, the number 9. And because of it, it does now mean that it is going to be going back for another scrum. So Harbour at this stage leading 8-0 in their game up against Waikato. And at this stage, 0-0 in this game. And we are 11 minutes through both of them. We have also got, also, do you have any moderators in your channel? The only one we have got at this stage is actually Isaac, who is in the chat at the moment, I believe, if I'm not wrong. But other than that, he is the only one that we've got. But we're looking into it to possibly look to get some in the future, possibly. But yeah, we will have to wait and see. I was playing Fortnite, or I was gaming Fortnite, says More Cake, as well. See, I thought you were talking about the game between the All Blacks and the Wallabies. But I'm not sure whether or not I would have let you do that one. And we have got, are you watching Canterbury versus Auckland? I am indeed, Noah. What is your score prediction for that one? I know you are a Canterbury boy, so do let me know what you think the score in that one is going to be. If you think Canterbury are going to win, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, because of the fact I think Auckland have come out with a very strong side, but Canterbury have got that fighting spirit that might be able to lead them to being able to get that one. But now it's going to be wrestled down to the ground once again here. And Bay of Plenty have got this ball going short side. Campbell, quick hands from Trask. It is going to be a tackle. They've been told to release. Chase Tia there has made a couple extra meters now for a side. Quick hands from Selby Rickett. Now flat ball. Nice little offload, but it's bouncing around, and it's going to be a knock on from Eklund. No, it's not. It's going back for the penalty for not releasing, I believe is the call. No, a clear release from the tackle, and we haven't got there. It's my birthday as well. Happy birthday, Noah. Hope you do have an awesome day. And hopefully in that regard, Canterbury do get the win for you. We have also got there, do you play games as well, says Shadow Ninja Ghost. We do play quite a bit of games on the channel, and also the Kiwi Lads Gaming channel is one that we go to for our other gameplay that we have done. We played London 2012 recently, and it was a very fun game to play, and we are looking to do a lot more of it in the future. I reckon Tasman will win 23-15, as my prediction says, Johnny Boy. And also we have got Katie Dixon, you're a machine too, buddy. What time is it in New Mexico? It must be, New Mexico, tell you what, my time zones still aren't great. Is it about 9 p.m., if I'm not wrong, or somewhere around there, maybe 10 p.m. At the moment, Canterbury will win 56-16, man of the match, Josh Mackay as well. I mean, he's a very talented player, that is for sure. And it's one of those ones that if they can get a big win over Auckland straight away, they are on track for being able to go to one of those playoff games. Not straight from Kurt Eklund, unfortunately for him. So now it does mean, and there's also been a not straight through in the Harbour versus Waikato. The times are almost at the exact same, and neither side able to get a straight line-out throw. I believe it was maybe Lutero Tole who had that throw for North Harbour, who wasn't quite able to get that one right. So now it does open up the opportunity for Waikato. And Waikato have got some very good players while I'm looking at it as well. The likes of Xavier Rowe is one to look out for. at number 9. He is possibly going to be trying to make his way into the All Blacks before that World Cup. And we have got Brandon as go to say here as well. Says Brandon, and also we have got, it's 8:20. Oh, I was off a little bit there in New Mexico right now. Lola Mountains are glowing in the sunset. And at the moment, we aren't getting too many sunsets here in New Zealand because of the fact that it's pretty much raining at the moment. It's 5 degrees, rain and showers today. Unfortunately, there's snow on the hills in the region, so that is not ideal. It's a bit chilly, but we have got plenty of rugby here and plenty of wood on the fire as well to keep it stoked up. 14 minutes gone in this game, still in the wall between these two sides, Tasman and a Bay of Plenty, and it is going to be Tasman who have got the line, or the scrum feed, on their own 22. And at that stage, Canterbury will be a premiership and Southland will win the championship as well, says Noel Rogers. And tell you what, the way that Southland fought in that game up against Otago, you never expect anything less from Southland other than putting up a fight in every game. And they were right in that match. But in the end, I believe they lost by 6 points, but they look very good as well. So it's one of those ones that maybe they will be able to keep on building from there. But Otago, they lost Josh Ioane, Josh Honick, and also they lost Jonah Nariki due to injury. So that is the last thing they would have been wanting early on in this one. 5 degrees, I guess you're in the South Island. We are indeed halfway up. Halfway in between Canterbury and Otago is a good way of putting it as well. That's going to be a box kick here, taken nicely by their number 14, which in this one, I believe, is, it's a hard name. Oh, no, it's not. Imoni Naroa. I can say that one. Not too bad. It's going to be a loose pass. Gives it to Trask now, but the backline movement now on Sean Wainui. He got the man on the outside, and he finds it as well. Great step there from, I believe, it would have been Tamino, who did dodge that tackle. I think there's actually been quite a few late changes on both sides. Marty Banks at 10 for Southland. I know that there is a Marty Banks fan club, that is for sure. And he's just one of those players that when he gets a chance, he can make a lot of it. Tell you what, Chase Tiatia, also one of those players. Kurt Eklund now driving forward, but he's going to be wrestled to the ground by Barry Parkinson. And at this stage, I would say neither side having, that's going to be a knock on though. I was going to say neither side having real dominance in this early stages. Tasman have been only a few meters out from Bay of Plenty's line twice, but both times has it backfired for them. That's going to be an awkward bouncing ball here, but Brennell puts it down and it will be a goal line dropout. We have got in there as well. Awesome bud, Noah Rogers, happy birthday, mate. And -2, says Brandon as well. So it's one of those ones. It is certainly chilly here in New Zealand at the moment. What is the temperature at the moment where you are, Johnny boy? Do let me know, because I know you are in Australia, if I'm not wrong. So I feel like it will be relatively warm, unless you are in the North Island. If anyone is in the North Island, do let me know what temperature it is. Happy birthday. Noah Rogers as well, says Katie, and Marty Banks isn't as good as Mo'unga. Though, yeah, that's the thing. Richie Mo'unga at the moment is on a league of his own in terms of that skill level that he has been able to bring to a game. He's just cool, calm, and collected in that number 10 jersey, and it's exactly what you need in kind of stressful situations for a side like the All Blacks. That interception pass from Hunter Paisami, I felt bad for the man, because up until that point, pretty much, I had said that Hunter Paisami had the best first half out of anyone on the field, but it just all went wrong for him in the second. Going to be an advantage now and a penalty to Tasman. So the big question is, are they going to take on 3 points here just to get on the board, or do they go for the corner once again? 14 degrees in Sydney with a low of 8 degrees as well. And I'm in Christchurch, says Brandon. And also we have got hello from Hunter. Welcome into the live stream, mate. And also, well, that sunset looks so beautiful. Scrumless as well, says Marco Vunapolobert. And also going to make a pot of tea and stay up late watching rugby. Tell you what, Marco, Waikato at the moment, they are losing 8-0, but I decided to get in the spirit. I have actually got that Waikato kit on that you sent me. I'm wearing it. I'm seeing whether or not it gives them luck like it gave for the Chiefs. But at this stage, seems like it's not working because they are losing 8-0. But I have got the Waikato kit on, so maybe it will be able to help them edge of that one in the end. That intercept from that last night from Mo'unga, yeah, it was a very nicely done one indeed. And it's raining here in Sydney today, says Johnny Boy. And also we have got happy birthday Noah from Marco Vunapolobert. Any generational talented lock we're producing, our locks are getting up there in age. I'd say Manakai Selby Rickett overall has been looking pretty solid for the Highlanders. And also, when he played for the Māori All Blacks, he was one of the star players for them. Playing in this game for Bay of Plenty, Eshe, Johnny Boy as well in the chat from Marco, and reigning in the Tasman game, says Noah Roger, and 3-0 to Tasman. They is about to take the kick. Mitch Hunt for myself. I'm up to 18 minutes gone in this one. Was the AB versus AU game good, says Kyle. Depends on how you look at it. There were 18 penalties against the All Blacks, 9 against the Wallabies, and also a whole heap of handling errors in the early stages. So I guess it's one of those ones that there were some good attacking plays. Like the highlights, I would say, are the best option in that regard. I would say if you don't really enjoy watching scrum resets and everything like that, then the highlights are the way to go, just because of the fact that it did take quite a long time to get through that first half. But other than that, though, there were some very good attacking moments for both sides. The Wallabies in the last 10 played absolutely phenomenally. And we have also got wicket scrum there. Now, nice as that, as well says Marco. And also we have got in there, AMA, it definitely is the mountains here turn purple in the sunset, which would be pretty awesome to see. Indeed, and we have also got their 23 points to 15 points, says Brandon for his prediction. But at this stage now, Tasman going to have the ball once again just outside of their own 22, driving forward. It's going to be their number 2. Like I mentioned, unfortunately, I'm not actually able to have any of the lineups coming up for this match. I wasn't quite prepared enough. I only decided to do this one just about 5 minutes or so before we ended up going live. Almost taken there by Chase Tiatia, but not going clean there. And it is going to be now wrestled down to the ground. Caleb Trask, that's going to be a not releasing penalty. And it is going to be no clear release instead there. So because of it, it does go the way of a Bay of Plenty. And at this stage, 19 or so minutes gone in both games, 8-0 to North Harbour. Cross-kick attempt from Bryn Gatlin goes straight into the hands of their number 14, who then went with a little chip of mine, but he was taken out off the ball. I think it's the call there. But then it was in the hands of, it was counter-attack actually. And that looks like a Jacobson, if I'm not wrong. But he didn't quite link up with the outside, but now it's going to be kicked into touch. Bay of Plenty now going to have this ball just outside of the 22 for the line out now. So far, has unfortunately not been going too straight for both of these teams in the line out time. So it's going to be a line out in this game on the 22 and a line out in this game just outside of it. And we will have to wait and see. I want all YouTube do what you do. But I got a storm coming, as well says Flower. But I got a second storm coming. Oh, it's going to be an opportunity for Karpik on the outside. Kurt Eklund down the wing here. No, he's forced it to touch only a metre short of the line. And that was almost a chance for Bay of Plenty there. But they just weren't quite able to get over the line. Kurt Eklund breaking through one of the tackles, but he just wasn't quite able to break through the second. And he is a very dangerous player. I feel like he's going to be one of those guys who could be into that situation of All Black selection maybe one day, but Kurt Eklund down the wing. He's a very hard man to stop. It's taken quickly. Hugh Renton tackled there by Karpik, and also Angus Scott Young. Of course, he plays for the Reds in Super Rugby AU, decided to sign for the Bay of Plenty side here. And Mitch Hunt clears the lines. We have got Kurt Eklund went so close for Bay of Plenty. He did indeed only inches from the line there. Now it's going to be Chase Tiatia, 40 out, looking to the short side. Doesn't find the offload though. Wrestle to the ground by, I believe it was Sione Arveli. Parkinson now going to be tackling Angus Scott Young. Has he got the knee down? I don't think he did. So that will now mean that if they can't get this ball out, it is going to be the scrum for Tasman. My voice has sounded a little bit rough at times throughout this one. I do apologise for that in advance. But we have got Amish. If Noel Alisco nailed his kicks last night, could have been a different game. Yeah. I think if he had got all those kicks, they would have actually won that game. If I'm not wrong, because he missed about 4, and that would have equaled, I think it was a possible 10 points for the Wallabies. But it's one of those ones you got to feel bad for the guy because of the fact that he is just one of those guys who, like, he's only 21. He's my age. And last year he made his debut for the Bledisloe Cup. But it's one of those ones that unfortunately now, Kurt Eklund going off the field for an HIA, I think, which is not what they would have been wanting here. Bay of Plenty. Just mentioned how good of a talent he is, but he is going to be off for a little bit longer to have an HIA. And they were actually also showing Henry Teifu in the midfield for North Harbour, and he will be a dangerous player to watch out for in this one. That's the thing. We've got so many talented players across all of these sides, and that's why it makes it so great to watch these competitions. Nathan Vella, the man, making his way onto the field, though, for Bay of Plenty. We have got who wins the rugby, who wins in rugby at 3:30 a.m. That game between the British and Irish Lions and the Springboks in the end was 19 to the Springboks and 16 to the British and Irish Lions. Lineups are on the All Blacks app, if anyone has it, as well, says Katie Dixon. So that is a good shout indeed. Definitely for us in New Zealand. I think I have got the All Blacks app as well. And it's one of those ones, like the squad depths for these sides, they've all been announced. And I'm excited to see some of these players playing. Oh, that's a terrible ball from Bryn Hall, unfortunately, trying to go short side off the scrum. But it is going to be a scrum feed for the Tasman Marco. 22 minutes into this game and still only 3-0. So at this stage, I would say Bay of Plenty would consider that a win. It's going to be a penalty to Bay of Plenty, and now that is definitely a win at scrum time. And they will have the opportunity of possibly taking the 3 points. We have got Canterbury should have selected Waisaki Naholo for today, says Noah Rogers. I see that they didn't select Naholo, and also Auckland didn't select Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. So what they possibly, I know a lot of people were saying that now that Tuivasa-Sheck's not playing, they aren't watching this game. So it's one of those unfortunate ones that maybe they should have tried to put him in that starting lineup or reserves and then just said late that they decided he wasn't going to play just to try and get more people interested. Cheers, everyone. As well says Cecil, welcome into the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in for this live stream. At this stage, we have got two pretty close games, 3-0 to Tasman at the moment, and then North Harbour 8-0, just the one try in that game for Bryn Hall. But then the games that are going to be taking place after this game is going to be Auckland taking on Canterbury, and I feel like that is one of the biggest matches, not just of this weekend, but of this competition, and we are going to get to see it in week one. But it is going to be Caleb Trask now trying to line up this kick to make it 3-3. Canterbury are playing Auckland in the Farah Palmer on Sky Sport 1, as well as Noah Rogers. So it is going to be back-to-back for Canterbury and Auckland. And we have got, I was looking at your old video, says Brandon, what one were you looking at? Do let me know. We have got quite a few on the channel, and I am thinking about doing a reaction to some of the old videos that we have got because of the fact that we recently brought up 100 rugby union live streams, which is a pretty awesome. Caleb Trask with a good strike on that one, got plenty of distance. Has it got the accuracy? No, it doesn't, unfortunately, for Bay of Plenty, so they are unable to equal the 3 points at Tasman there. And it's going to be interesting to see whether or not Bay of Plenty can score the first try of this match. They're still right in this one. Thank you, South Africa. You done entire Southern Hemisphere proud. I can finally sleep a bit better at night after that 2017 stupid draw. And I know already you would have been on so many comment sections of Northern Hemisphere YouTube channels, I assume. If I'm not wrong, you would love to be able to stir that pot a little bit more for the Southern Hemisphere win. But at this stage, we haven't got there. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck has moved to basketball, as well, says Noah Rogers. Although I think he was still trying to learn rugby union, so perhaps he'll need a little bit more time. Tell you what, there's a good back line here. And down the wing now, it's going to be the number 11 trying to link up on the inside. Not able to link, though, with anyone else. He's still wrestling his way forward there. And it was almost stolen by Tasman. Have they got this one? No, they don't. And it's another penalty. Taking the quick tap there. Luke Campbell getting close. And Mitch Hunt having to make the tackle. If he wasn't 10 metres back, that could have been a penalty try. At the stage now, going short side. Extremely close to the line. Now, Bay of Plenty. Aiden Ross round the side, driving with the legs. But he is going to be a metre short of the line as well. Who is going to be the forward that can get over the line here for Bay of Plenty to open up their scoring sheet? Will be the first try of the match as well if they can do so. They're right on the line here, Tasman, looking to defend it, and it's going to be a penalty. And it is because of the player rolling, I think is the call here. So it is going to be going back to the 5 metre line. And once again, I would think Bay of Plenty will either take the quick tap or maybe go for the scrum. I don't think they'll go for the 3 here because of the momentum that they've just created. Not rolling away is the call, and it did well and truly slow down the ball. So I'm surprised maybe that he was lucky not to go to the bin. They're on a warning. They're on their final warning here. Did you watch the Warriors versus Sharks yesterday? Unfortunately, I didn't actually get the chance with how much rugby we had on. But I am trying to watch a little bit more of the NRL when I can squeeze it in. But at this stage, with Bunnings NPC starting up with 7 games a weekend, and also the Bledisloe Cup Rugby Championship is going to be tough. Last week, I spent all day on Northern Hemisphere-based rugby things, trolling the crap out of the home nations blokes. However, today, I didn't as well. I kept my pity toxic troll like behavior to myself. That is actually very noble of you, Marco Fotofola. We haven't got you, bro. Canterbury versus Auckland is a biggie now. It's going to be a rolling maul here for Bay of Plenty. Only a couple metres short. Can they get past this Tasman defence? They have been told to use it once the ball has gone down, but it is available. Luke Campbell here going to be deciding whether or not to go short side instead. Goes across belt. It's going to be the backline movement here. They've got numbers on the outside. Chase Tiatia trying to break the tackle. Not quite able to link up with Amoni Narawa. On the outside now, going short ball into the hands of the replacement. Nathan Vella has been dragged down. He is out there because of the head knock of Kurt Eklund. Luke Campbell inside ball now to Chase Tiatia. Once again, driven down to the chalk. What is the chalk? I feel like that's the wrong word. But now Nathan Vella going short side out to Caleb Trask. Now piercing the line, but he is going to be tackled once again. This is good defence from Tasman, not letting Bay of Plenty through. Manakai Selby Rickett, though, is going to be driving forward. It's almost a rolling ball, but Parkinson drags him down as well. Campbell goes back into the hands now. Oh, it's a beautiful run for Bay of Plenty, but they haven't been able to get over the line. Luke Campbell between the posts. No. Or is it? Yes, it is. The referee actually blew the whistle before he put the ball down. I was confused for a second there. But I will go back and we will add that one to the scoring sheet of Bay of Plenty. David Over, you will be absolutely loving this at the moment. That is for sure. But Luke Campbell scoring between the sticks. And that means now that Bay of Plenty have taken the lead in this one. We haven't got there. I was the All Blacks Rugby World Cup video. It was great as well. Or the Rugby World Cup video on Rugby Challenge. So it was the All Blacks career mode. So I do appreciate you going back and checking that one out. But at this stage now, it's going to be a 5 metre line out for Waikato. But Luke Campbell fired up for Bay of Plenty. And they are now going to be taking the lead in this one. We have also got there a ridiculous draw in 2017. The Lions Store should all went down like this, winning the game through a penalty at the 78th minute, said Smithy Toilet. And also we have got, can you read my 2 messages? I think that was the one that I may have just read out. I read that one in the wrong order, but we have got Bayo Plenty is bopping as well. And we have also got there, Bopper's bopping. And also, yes, try 100, says David. And 7-3 at the moment is the score because Caleb Trask from straight out in front will be able to nail this one. I think you are about 30 seconds ahead, Noah. So be sure not to put too many spoilers in that chat. But now the score is going to be 7 to Bay of Plenty and 3 to the defending champions, Tasman. They're going to have to be careful here, Tasman, or else if they can get one more try scored against them here in this first half, it'll be pretty hard for them to come back. But they've got such a solid squad that it only takes one moment for them to be able to cut a game over. But Luke Campbell just piercing the gap through the middle, putting the ball down. And now it will be Mitch Hunt kicking this one off for Tasman once again. So far, 28 minutes gone in both games. I'm almost identical in terms of those 2-1s. And we have got looked at my comment about the Warriors as well. I will try my best to read that one as well. Whereabouts are we? We are not the Roger Tuivasa-Sheck one. It was the, did you watch the Sharks versus Warriors? That one I did not get a chance to watch, unfortunately. But do let me know what the score was. Did the Sharks end up winning that one, or did the Warriors get a W? Do let me know. Going short side now, I should say, Hugh Renton. Getting close now to the Bay of Plenty line. They need to make sure that they're the next team to score here. Tasman and driving forward there. Sione Arvili making plenty of meters. Barry Parkinson dragged down in the tackle by Karpik. It is still available for Tasman here. It's going to be Mitch Hunt. Gives it on the outside to their number 5, the big lock, trying to drive forward, but hasn't quite been able to pierce that gap. I feel like that number 5, I should know his name. It is Antonio Shelfon. Okay, I do not know that name. Never mind, but now it's out onto the wing. He is going to be driven backwards to Tasman, number 14. And at this stage now, Tasman up to 10 phases. People getting lifted up and all sorts in the breakdown. Going forward once again here. They need to make sure that their next team to score. Oh, it's going to be Karpik giving away the silly penalty there. Unfortunately, it was him leaving his feet. So because of it now, Tasman, will they take the 3 or will they go for the corner? That is a big question. We have got Springboks as a great team. Can't wait for them to lock horns with their other two, or with our other two Southern Hemisphere teams, says Jonathan. Yeah, I believe they play the Pumas next week, or this week. I guess, wait, what day are we on? We are on Sunday, so it is next week. I believe they are going to be playing Argentina, but I have no idea whether or not Argentina are actually in South Africa at the moment. Auckland backline looking real good. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Zane, and also Kata and Clark. And don't forget Salisi Rayasi thrown in there as well. You've also got in the midfield Bryce Heem. Had a very good few games for the Blues throughout Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. Like, that Blues backline is absolutely stacked, which is why they are going to be a hard team to beat. But Canterbury also have some very good players in that backline, and they're going to be going up against each other in only around an hour and a half's time. But now it's going to be Mitch Hunt who will be kicking this one for Tasman to make it possibly only a 1-point game. Going to be a penalty to Waikato 10 metres out as well in that game. And at this stage, 30 minutes gone, and both of them, we have got 2009 Springboks with murder the Springbok team as well, says Noah Rogers. And also we have got their 7-6, says Noah Rogers. You're still that little bit ahead. If you have about 20 seconds or so more delay, I think you will be linked up perfectly with what is happening on the screen as well. Not all the games are in Australia and New Zealand, not in South Africa and Argentina, as well, says Noah Rogers. Even the games between South Africa and Argentina, Noah, because wouldn't they have to quarantine for 14 days if they head into Australia, if I'm not wrong, South Africa, due to all of the travel and everything like that? So maybe those games are going to be a couple weeks off if that is the case. But yeah, at this stage, we have got the one more game at Eden Park for the All Blacks versus Wallabies, and then it's heading over to Optus Stadium in Perth for the third one. Could be the decider depending on how the Wallabies go in the second. They were very close in this first one, but in the end, the Wallabies able to get it. You can't afford to let the ball bounce off a kickoff, and because of it now, Bay of Plenty retain the ball. Only 10 metres out from Tasman's line. Now it's going to be going back to Campbell. Aidan Ross driving forward now. And if they can score straight away here of a mistake from Tasman on kickoff, that would be a very good for them indeed. Eklund back out on the field, which means he was not concussed, which is good news. I'm not too sure what happened with Xavier Numia because of the fact that he did actually have a terrible knock in the game yesterday. Haven't heard too much about his situation, but he had to be stretched off the field. Now it's going to be, once again, Jeff Thwaites trying to drive forward plays for the Highlanders throughout the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman season. Karpik now dodging the tackle of Lomax. Was a little bit high perhaps. Now Campbell once again going short side now. Manakai Selby-Rickett decides not to use the offload. And it was the smart decision because now it's opening up the back line. Oh, he was held back a little bit. It's going to be an advantage, though, to Tasman for the knock-on. And now Mark Delia on the outside gives it to Lester Fire. And Anuku, that man, has got plenty of pace, plenty of power. Tries to find the offload on the inside. Didn't quite work out, but advantage was over. Almost a knock on from Bay of Plenty. No, they have been able to hang on to this one by the looks of it. It's an aggressive play from Mark Delia there, just kind of trying to run straight through the middle of the ruck, and it didn't really work out for him. But Aidan Ross now going to be driving forward at the stage. Bay of Plenty going to be 40 metres out from the Tasman line, short side. Once again, Sean Wainui offload, and this is looking dangerous for the Mamoni Narua, trying to link up with Chase Tia, not quite able to though. Offloads instead to Fetu Kamu Douglas, metre short here for Bay of Plenty, gives it to Manakai Selby. Rickett just takes contact. Wasn't quite linking up as he had to take the ball from behind him. And now Campbell, once again, going across field. Into the hands of Caleb Trask, wide ball to Carpick. He's got the man on the outside, almost tripping himself there. Carpick tries the offload, puts it into touch, though. And that is going to be the attack fizzling out for Bay of Plenty there. I will read all the chat as well. Got to go as well, says Noah Rogers. Hopefully you do enjoy your birthday, though, mate. And do have a very good day indeed. Springboks in Argentina will be in South Africa as well, says Jonathan. So that one will be happening this weekend, won't it? If I'm not wrong, Jonathan, do let me know. And also Rugby League Live, says Brandon. We are hoping to play a little bit more of that in the future. Where is the Bay of Plenty? As well says Nehana. As in, like, where is it located in the country? Because it is in the North Island. I believe it is, or I think it is the East Coast, but I could be wrong in that regard of the North Island. Probably a mile off for my geography there, but we have got America's Rugby News as the best source to find out about Argentinian rugby, English-speaking information as well, says Simon. That is actually a very good tip because it is extremely hard here in New Zealand to find out too much about what is happening with the Argentine rugby. I know it's impossible to buy an Argentine kit here in New Zealand just because of the fact that no one can quite find out. ABs always start off slow, second match ABs by 25, says Tesla. And yeah, that is one thing. I guess the first match last time was a draw, and then the next match was a record win for the AB, so perhaps it could be the same here, but now Tasman going to have this ball. It is still raining there for this match. Leicester Fine Anuku on the outside now finds the hands of their number 14, driving forward. No one wants to tackle him on the outside now to Mark Delia. He will back himself. He's got the men on the outside, finds him as well. Leicester Fine Anuku on the 22. Going to be a great tackle there from Chase Tia to slow down the momentum of Tasman, but they are still going to be driving forward. Sione Arvili now trying to pierce the line, but he is tackled by Ross. Short side available, and they are going to be using it now. And then number 12, I should say, popping forward. At this stage now, just outside of the 22, going to be Sione Arvili once again making meters. Luke Campbell trying to contest, not able to get that one. And at this stage, it's going to be a breakaway for Waikato. They were able to score the try as well in that game for Waikato. And they are right back in this match now. They're number 11, but we're going back to this one. Mitch Hunt now gives it to their hands of the number 5, whose name I wasn't able to pronounce. I believe it is Antonio Shelfoon or something along those lines, but it's going to be a not releasing penalty against the man. And now it does mean that Bay of Plenty will survive another attack, but that one is going to be added to the score sheet for Waikato. And it was their number 11 who was able to score. I'm trying to see whether or not they put a name up, but I don't believe they did, but it was just a good backline movement from Waikato, and now they are going to be right back into this match. Nehana, Central North Island and East Coast of the North Island, the cities, Rotorua and Taronga as well, says Simon Hughes. But Fletcher Smith now going to be taking this kick. It's also raining in North Harbour's ground. And also Bay of Plenty, it looks like the sun might almost be coming out. It was raining just before, but it looks like Caleb Trask now is going to be kicking this one downfield. Yes, this weekend coming, Australia also playing good rugby. Southern Hemisphere is on fire, says Jonathan. Do you know the time in South African time, what time that game will be taking place by any chance, Jonathan? Do let me know, because I am keen to know because of the fact that it is going to be a middle of the night game here in New Zealand, but I think it is going to be worth it to be able to see Los Pumas taking on the Box for the first time since a very long time indeed that we have been able to see that one. But it was just a nice pass from the number 15 in the Waikato game. Then on the outside to the number 11, whose name I haven't quite got for you guys at this stage. It was a very nice try, and Wallabies will lose game 2, I reckon, 29-19. It's a prediction from Liam Gaines. But yeah, the sun is coming out there at a Bay of Plenty's ground, which is very nice to see. Luke Campbell now putting the ball high, although it still looks a bit stormy in the background, to be fair. Running forward there, not quite able to take it, was the fullback. And it is going to be not a knock on. It went backwards at the Bay of Plenty. Player is the call. Now going back into the hands of Mitch Hunt once again, gives it to Fine Anuku on the outside, taking contact there, trying to find the offload out to Mark Delia, who is also a dangerous ball runner, and he's going to be going straight through the gap here, Mark Delia. But that is a brilliant tackle from Manakai Selby Rickett. Going back now, Mitch Hunt. Backline movement is on once again for Tasman. Fires the wide ball out into the hands of their number 14 driving. He is going to be tackled by the number 11, who isn't actually in the starting lineup. I believe it is actually maybe Tanimo, if I'm not wrong. But at this stage, he is looking like he is going to be having a very good game so far. Mitch Hunt now with the short ball. Lomax, little set play here, opening up for Tasman on the outside. Goes to Mark Talia now. Sean Wainui is going to have to try and make the tackle, but too much space. Forward pass, I think, maybe. But it is going to be the try here for Tasman. They might go back and check it, though. But if it was a try, it was a very nicely done. The number 12 was the man who was able to score it. Tim O'Malley getting down to score that one. Anyone know old school RuneScape as well, or anyone play old school RuneScape? Says Tesla, I actually used to play it quite a bit, although I was one of those players for RuneScape. I probably didn't do what you were supposed to do. I pretty much just ended up, I made a whole heap of soft clay. That sounds weird, but that was pretty much my thing. I used to get buckets of water and also a bit of clay from mining and just kept on making soft clay. Flat ball, I think it was all right, though, from Mark Talia. And Tim O'Malley able to score that one. I apologize for not mentioning Whakatana as well, says Simon. And I feel like at that stage, I would not have been able to correct you there. We have got there, the Bay is a Central North Island, or Central North as well. And we have got Zane Sullivan, the best touch finder. Yeah, he's got a very good boot on him. And we have also got there Tesla with the sad face. And also we have got, can I get a, in the chat from Leo, but also we have got I Play Minecraft, says Alex. So it is pouring down for North Harbour at the moment. Mitch Hunt, he had the kicking opportunity. And it's looking pretty dark there now. All of a sudden, the sun was out nicely, and now the sun has disappeared. And Tasman now are going to be taking the lead, 13 points to the 7 of Bay of Plenty. Still a very close game, almost at halftime in that one. And in the other match that we can see, it is 8 points to North Harbour, 7 to Waikato. And it is absolutely bucketing at the moment for that game. You can see that the camera is struggling to be able to focus on the players. What that on the top right or left of the screen as well. Oh, this thing here, I believe it is actually my microphone that I use for my other videos. But because of live streaming, for some reason, the headset actually works better in terms of the audio adjustment. For some reason, yeah, that microphone just doesn't like live streaming. So that is what it is. It is the microphone stand that you can see. Let's go, Tasman. Keep it up, boys, says Johnny Boy as well. And we have what's got, that's me, Smithy, the man lad toilet as well. And also we have got the sad faces from David. David, not over yet, though. Remember that. Tasman at this stage, they are going to be kicking it into touch. So it is halftime, but there is still another 40 to play. And at this stage, Bay of Plenty only 6 points behind. So it's not over yet, David. Hopefully they will be able to make a decent comeback for you in that second half. But at this stage now, it is going to be another penalty to Waikato in their game that they are playing. Taking the quick tap, kicks it into touch as well. So now both of these games at halftime, pretty much at identical times. And it is going to be the score of, it's 2 close games though. Like in that game yesterday that we saw with Wellington and Northland, there was a lot more of a split in the scoreboards. It's got there. Can we get a setup vid on your YouTube as well, says Kyle. I mean, it could be coming very soon. It's one of those ones that I don't think is really that impressive of a setup in some regards. It's kind of just a basic, does the job. Like we got our microphone and then we got this light that's got a whole heap of tape on it to try and hold it together. Got our little ring light that I broke yesterday, unfortunately. And then I've got my 2 monitors to make sure that I can see both of the games at once, which is tricky to do at times, but I felt like it was one of those ones. I used to do the live stream from the same monitor. Like I'd have the screen kind of a little bit smaller and have the chat next to it. And I found that that was just kind of a little bit too difficult. So I did end up getting my second monitor so that I am able to watch the game and also chat with you guys in the chat, as well as have the pop-ups and everything that you are used to seeing on the Kiwi Lads channel. Smithy, you mad lad as well, says Smithy. Or sorry, says Tesla. And also we have got there, should rename the Kiwi Lads. Or sorry, should rename the channel to the Kiwi Toilets. There's a bit of ring to it. I don't know whether it does, Smithy. I feel like it's one of those ones that people might get confused at where we have gone with that one. But who knows? Maybe we will get a special emoji for you. Just use your cam so we can see as well, says Go. And also we've got Hey Hamish. I used to play Halo and all those games from that era. I used to play a lot of COD Ghosts with Dad. We used to do split screen on it, on Warhawk, I believe it was. But I mean, I can probably maybe get away with turning it around. If I'm not wrong, it may end up not working out too well, but we have got the microphone just sitting up against the wall. Then from there, we can just swing around. Oh, yeah, it's got a tissue box there, and that's the monitor. I feel like I didn't think this one through. The cable's not actually too long, but that is the stand, and then we got the monitor there as well. I'll do a better one in the future. Uh-oh, where you going? Sorry, anyone who gets motion sickness, that would have been terrible for you. We will put that back here for now. I will do a better one in the future, Kyle, when I can move it around a little bit more. And also my desk is absolutely just shocking at the moment in terms of the mess that is around. So we'll tidy it up so that it does look a little bit better for a setup one. I just got 99 cooking last night on the game as well. Says Tesla, maybe I should do a video on it. I don't know. Might be quite fun, Kiwi Chads. as well, says Alex Axel, and we have also got there Hamish. But about Halo, I only played Halo 1, I think. And then other than that, I haven't actually played them. But Assassin's Creed is a game. Not sure whether you guys play it or not, but I've got almost all of the Assassin's Creed game, but I have never played them. I think I've only played Assassin's Creed 2 or 3 once. And other than that, I've been buying them anytime they are on like a super special of like 80% off. And I feel like once I start playing them, I'm going to have a lot that I can use at this stage. It looks like they're doing some sort of halftime game. You're going to try and kick the ball into a little region high again as well, says Hunter. Welcome back to the live stream, mate. And at this stage, we are just seeing the try of Luke Campbell straight out in front, decides to go between the sticks. And it did give Bale plenty at that time the lead in this game. Then, of course, the next try of the match came for Tasman after getting one more three-pointer. And it was scored by Tim O'Malley in the number 12 jersey. In the other game that we have seen, Waikato and North Harbour, it was Bryn Hall who was able to score the first try for North Harbour. And then it was also, I believe, the number 11. I'm not too sure who it was at this stage. Is that a boom arm or is it just a stand for a TV as well? Says Kyle. I assume that it's for the monitor, and yeah, it does have the ability to move around, so I believe it is a boom arm, if that is the right term for it. I feel like that's one thing, like, I don't really know too much about the technology side of it, to be fair. So we're probably very lucky that our live streams sometimes run as smoothly as they do. And we have got, I watch your streams on my PS5. PC broke from too much. Says like, so that is unfortunate for you there, mate. But at this stage, the possession 50-50 in this game. Opposition time in the 22, or time in opposition 22, sorry. 3 minutes 39 for Bay of Plenty. 10 missed tackles by them. 5 penalties conceded compared to the 8 of Tasman as well, and 4 handling errors to the 2. So it's one of those ones. Bay of Plenty are nowhere near out of this match yet, which is why the second half is going to be so exciting indeed. At this Kiwi Scabs as well, says Smithy Toilet. There are plenty of fun ones that you can come up with for that. So that my hair looks absolutely shocking at the back. I'll try and tuck it up so that you guys can't see it. But at this stage, it looks like the Bay of Plenty supporters, even though it is raining heavily at the ground, it looks like it is still a very nice day. Or I guess it is still a very good atmosphere, I should say, at the ground. I feel like that may have made it worse. Yeah, did it? Or just hide it. Do you watch any other YouTubers in your free time? Says it, Kyle. I don't actually get that much of a chance to watch anything like YouTube, Netflix, or anything like that. Like, I think the last time I was able to finish a Netflix series was probably before we started the channel, but I have watched a little bit of YouTube kind of in the past. One that I do watch quite often is the Sidemen. I feel like they're just that big one that, like, their production quality of some of their Sidemen Sunday ones is just kind of like along the lines of where we would absolutely love to be able to get to at some stage down the line. We have got how long to go, bro, says Tesla. At this stage, 40 minutes in both of these games we have got. And then the next game that is going to be taking place is going to be between Canterbury and Auckland. And that should be a very exciting game indeed. I'm going to have a quick look at the starting lineups and reserves for those two sides, because I know that Salisi Rayasi out on one wing, Bryce Heem going to be in the midfield for this one. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how it goes between those two giants in this competition. I'm excited. Right, we are looking through Alex Hodgman, Lenny Apasai, and Marcel Renner front row. Damn, that is going to be strong. That is for sure. Ollie Jaeger, though, and Daniel Leonard Brown for Canterbury. Fergus Burke at number 10. Fergus Burke is either, yes, he is, because of the fact that it was Brett Cameron who went to Manawatu. I always get those two confused, but Mitch Drummond, Josh Mackay. I know that that was a player who people have been mentioning maybe going to be man of the match, and we have got Kiwi lads. 2 cents to get over it, fellas, as well. Says it, Smithy Toilet. And yeah, at this stage, like I mentioned, that back line, Jonathan Ruru, Harry Plummer, Corey Evans, Bryce Heem, AJ Lamb, Salisi Rayasi, and Zahn Sullivan as well. Do you know that Twitch/YouTube streamer named Aiden Ross? Aiden Ross, is it? Aiden Ross. I'm not too sure. No, I don't think I actually do know them, but I know Aiden Ross, who is playing in this game for Bay of Plenty, but I assume he is not the Twitch streamer, if I'm not wrong. Do you stream on Twitch, Kyle? I think you may actually, if I'm not wrong, but do let me know. At this stage, 50% possession in this game. North Harbour versus Waikato, also only a 1-point contest. So either way, I don't think we're going to get to see any bonus points for 4 or more tries in either of these games, depending on how it goes. Oh, they've got Henry Stowers at number 8, Canterbury, I've just seen. And he is a very talented player as well. 16 watching, 16 likes as well. And I always say with these live streams, like, it doesn't really matter to me how many people we get watching them, because of the fact that at the end of the day, it is just the New Zealand competition that not too many people do know about. And it is more about the learning the players, so that when we get into the competitions like Super Rugby, international level, and all of that stuff, it is just a little bit easier for me to be able to roll the names off the tongue, and also gives me more of a chance to chat to you guys in these live streams when the chat isn't going at 1,000 miles an hour. We have got damn Auckland going to destroy. I need to get home ASAP, says Tesla. And also we have got streams on Twitch with rappers like Polo G, etc. I'm not too sure who Polo G is, unfortunately, but I assume he would be a decent rapper, perhaps, if I'm not wrong. I know that Snoop Dogg was streaming at one point, I did see. Speaking of rappers, at this stage now, not much separation is the comment from these guys at the moment on the field. Going to be coming back out there, and it is going to be a very exciting second half. I have a feeling that if Bay of Plenty can score early in the second half, they are in a decent position. Have we still got David in the chat? Do let me know if you are still here for this one, mate, because at this stage, Bay of Plenty, you know your side probably pretty well. Who is going to be the first Bay of Plenty player to score a try in this match? In this second half, I should say already. Luke Campbell was able to score one. Can he get himself a second? Or will it be someone in that back line? I'm going to say it is going to be Amoni Narawa or Chase Tiatia. Those two are my picks for that regard. But for Tasman, I think it's going to be either Lester Whananoku or maybe instead Mark Talia. Could be a good shout as well. But they are showing a man with a burger. Now I am hungry at this point. Looks like at this stage, the rain has gone away for now, which is a good sign indeed, but we are getting very close to both games getting back underway for the second half. And then after this game, we will mention that we have got the game between Canterbury and Auckland, going to be a big game, and there are going to be a lot of talented players out on that field, which is why it's going to be probably two sides that are easily making it through to the playoff games. It's just whether or not either of them will be able to qualify as number one. But Waikato still in the changing rooms at this stage. I've actually got the Waikato kit on that I was sent, and it hasn't really given them too much luck yet. But if they win this game, perhaps I will have to wear it throughout the whole season for them to be able to win as many as they can. But North Harbour, they were the team that were relegated down to the championship after being in the premiership last year. And the team that got promoted was Hawke's Bay. They actually had a loss to Taranaki in their most recent fixture that was yesterday. But now they are showing Chase Tiatia, the man who I said maybe has a decent chance of it being able to score a try in this one. But yeah, we will have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case. But at this stage, I think there may be a sub that has been made in that 4-pack for, possibly been made for Tasman there. I'm excited for the second half. I feel like I've said that about 10 times, but this is going to be very close in both of these games. And it should be a very exciting game indeed. At this stage, I see that Bay of Plenty. I was just checking to see in terms of what the odds are for these two sides. And it is actually Bay of Plenty who are heavily the underdog in this game. And they are currently, even though they are only 1 point behind, they are actually 6 points behind, they are actually not a side that people see winning this match. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they will be able to change that opinion. And that is not a good start there for Tasman in the second half. So now it is going to be a scrum for Bay of Plenty in the early stages of this second half. Well, it's got, he streams on Twitch. Although I read that one, greatest top 5 flankers, fellas. As I said, Smithy Tour, I feel like I'm probably not qualified to be able to answer that one purely because of the fact that I haven't really had too much experience as Amoni Narawa playing this game. I've just realized that there's a slight chance that he may not be out on the wing. And I have been saying that he was going to be the one who was going to be scoring the next try. But looking through the starting lineup, maybe he is nowhere to be seen at this stage, which is not ideal for me, definitely because I was picking him to be able to score the try. And quickly making sure that we are all running smoothly. Hopefully we are. At this stage, yes, we are right. I was just making sure my internet has been playing up kind of since resetting the modem earlier on today, but now it's going to be in the hands of the number 15 for Tasman inside of his 22. Both games getting back underway, and it's a good fend as well, but a good low tackle from Sean Wainui as well. Greetings as well, says Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze, is it the actual Johnny Blaze, or is it someone with the same name? But welcome into the live stream, mate. Just very much appreciating you being here. I haven't seen you in a long time, of course. We have got greatest 5 flankers. I would say, can I do at the moment flankers, Smithy Toilet? Because I feel like for the All Blacks, they have got some very talented ones. I'm liking Dalton Papalia. I feel like he's going to be one of those players that in a couple years' time is just going to be a staple in the starting lineup. It's going to be Luke Campbell now offloading. Oh, big bump off there from the number 12, just knocking the Tasman player down. Now it's going to be Sean Wainui driving for a good low tackle on him, though. Around the side here, Bay of Plenty once again going to be on attack, and it is looking strong for them. It's going to be Aiden Ross now, driving hard at the line. Sione Avili able to drag him down. Campbell now gives it to Selby. Rickett fires it back now. Caleb Trask out to Sean Wainui, man on the outside. Is he going to need him? No, he's not Sean Wainui, because he scores a try himself there. And it is going to be the second try of the match for Bay of Plenty. They are back into this match now, and they are going to be sitting on 12 points to the 13 of Tasman with a kick to come. And that was a brilliant try in the end for Sean Wainui. And at this stage, we have what's got there. Johnny Blaze, Kieran's 100%. It's me, Marco Funapolomir. My other profile isn't effed up as well, says Johnny Blaze. Yeah, I assumed it was Marco Funapolomir. But yeah, it is actually brilliant that we have got you there. It's not working. Did you get banned or something, Johnny Blaze, on the other one? But at this stage, the Johnny Blaze account was giving the Chiefs a lot of luck. And maybe it will do the same for Waikato, because they have also got the kit on. And that was one thing. Anytime I wore that, the Chiefs, they had about a 90% win rate. So I'm wondering whether or not that will be the case for Waikato as well. But at this stage, they are still only 1 point down, but they got an attacking line out. So maybe it will have to become a regular thing if it does help them get the win in this one. Going to be thrown in now for Waikato, though, and Caleb Trask going to be able to convert this one possibly. But Sean Wainui, very good try here to get Bay of Plenty back on the board. Did someone report you as well? Did you get a YouTube ban, Heather? Maybe he did at the stage. Marco Chant fellas as well, says Tesla, and also need your old profile pic, brother, as well, says Smithy Toilet. And also we have got Lol Marco says it was a KT Dixon, but at this stage now, Caleb Trask. Oh, that will mean you won't have access to the emojis, which is a bit of a shame there for you. And we have got, I think I've been banned for I don't know, man. I need to try suss it out. And I'm not too great with technology things here. I have no idea how the YouTube system works in terms of the bans and everything. I guess, can you get banned for just putting a comment? Because I know you can get like blocked from certain channels, but I guess maybe someone reported one of your comments and it ended up in the situation of, was it a Northern Hemisphere one, maybe? Perhaps you did end up firing them up. Well, hell, am I not banned, brother? As well, been trolling all the time on YouTube, hey? Yeah, it's one of those risky games. Waikato scoring the try there. And now they are going to take the lead in the game. So ever since we've had Johnny Blaze in the chat, or his original Johnny Blaze account, it has meant now that Waikato are going to be leading this one 14 points to the 8 of North Harbour. It's going to be a little knock on there from Bay of Plenty this time. And now Tasman will have the line out, whatever your emoji, whatever your email for the Marco account. Log into your email, says that. And also we have got, yeah, bro, no cool emojis as well. Although we have still got Kieran here for you. So he is, or if you're here for this one, cheers, Tesla. Oh, look, church chat as well, says Johnny Blaze. But at this stage now, it is going to be another attacking opportunity for Tasman. So it is currently 8, or is that, sorry, that's not maths. It's currently going to be a 6-point game for Harbour versus Waikato, and only a 1-point game in this one. Two very close occasions, that is for sure. And yeah, hopefully we do get to see a couple more tries throughout. And we have also got that. That's why I keep scrum they separate, lol, in case of them damn ban hammers. Although I don't know too much of the stuff that you have said, Scrumless, that would end up getting you banned. Unless, of course, you have been on other channels that we don't know about. Overall, in the chat, you help us out a lot in terms of telling people that we aren't able to show the game due to licensing and kind of keeping the chat informed. That's going to be a penalty to Tasman. And I would think from here they would take on the 3 points that would get them possibly back into the lead in this one. Mitch Hunt trying to decide. Looks like they're going to be going for the corner here, Tasman. So they have decided, right, we want a bonus point perhaps could be on the cards here. Kicked off by North Harbour there in that game. 45 minutes gone in both of these matches. So they're going to be finishing at a very separate time. That's why I keep Riley separate. Now, JK, is your name Riley? It's really tall. I thought it was Mike. If I'm not wrong at all, I think so. As I said, Katie, I didn't even know you get banned, lol. How does that happen? I didn't realize you could get banned off messages in the chat as well. Like, I've seen some pretty messed up messages, not in our chat, but just in other videos, and they all get to stay up. There's going to be Groovy now making his way onto the field for Tasman. So it was a decent performance from Chaplin there. We have got Jonathan, as said, just put a mirror behind you so we can see. Unfortunately, even with a mirror, YouTube strike you down. Like we have seen in the past, I've had people in the chat who have said that they are going to try it, and then straight away they come back and say that they've been banned for the 3 months. And 3 months is a long time. Like we would miss the whole rugby championship, possibly the start of the November internationals as well. But it's going to be a rolling ball here for Tasman, and it's looking decent as well. Slowly building, trying to put the ball down. I believe it is over the line. And that is going to be the try to Tasman now. And they are going to take the lead back in this one. UDF is Riley. I've been blamed for being this Riley character as well. Is it like the equivalent of a Karen? For a kind of male version, or who is Riley? I haven't actually heard the term Riley before. Well, I've heard the name, but I haven't heard it used in terms of a situation. We have got Muscat Marco profile out of internet jailbreak, baby. It's the Shawshank Redemption as well. We have also got in there. They just scored. They did indeed. It was the rolling maul for Tasman, and in the end, just able to keep on building towards the line and then just getting it down. I wasn't actually able to see what number it was who was able to score, but Tasman at this stage going to be taking the lead back, and it is going to be 20 points possibly. It was their replacement, number 16, I believe, who was able to score it. If I'm not wrong, that would have been Sam Molly, possibly. Unless, of course, actually, it might have been Quinton McDonald. One of the hookers were able to score it, though. And we have got Johnny Blaze High Five as well in the chat, and also our brother, same here, as well in the chat. And we have also got there in the chat, our brother from Smithy Toilet. But now it's going to be an opportunity for Mitch Hunt at this stage. It is actually 18 points to Tasman, but I have got it as 20 because I believe Mitch Hunt will be able to get this kick. So watch me completely jinx this one for the man, and it will only be a 4-point difference. It's taken plenty of time. A little bit of win there at the moment where they are playing. Is he going to be able to get it here, Mitch Hunt? He struck it well. He has got it right. We don't have to change it. And we have got number 2 as well. Says Bronson. So it was in the end Quinton McDonald who was able to score that one. My 23-15 prediction is out the window as well, says Johnny Boy. Seems like it's going to be possibly only around an 8-point difference though between these two sides. Could be even closer as well. The bloody Buck Shelford's guy and some other bloke called Canvas Beard. They both keep saying I'm Riley as well, says Johnny Blaze. And also we have got who was Willy Wonka. Couldn't be me as well, says Millie Taller. I'm not actually sure who Willy Wonka was in the end. Go the Bay as well, says Lax Axel. But I know that he was kind of around for about a week or two, and then he did end up disappearing, and we haven't seen him since. So I'm not too sure what happened to him, but yeah, at this stage, we've had a few people in the chat who have kind of got the hidden identities. But it does make it a lot of fun, that is for sure. That's going to be now the ball held up in the ball. So now Bay of Plenty will have another scrum here. We have got there such a troll, bloody Riley as well. Says somebody, and also we have got Oath and Willy Wonka. Geez, all these fake funny profile blokes as well. We've got plenty of them. For such a small channel, it is pretty awesome that we have got so many guys who are regulars in the chat, and also guys who pop in every once in a while. Like, that's the thing that makes it so much fun. Like, every week, like when we do our live streams, straight away I'm like, right, I know that we're going to see a Smithy Toilet, we're going to see Lax Axel, we're going to see Johnny Blaze, we're going to see also Katie and Tesla. Like, it's all of you guys who just tune in every week. There are a couple more as well that I should mention, but I haven't got the names off the top of my head. I'm trying to think of all of them. Did I say Tesla? I think I did. And that one. But yeah, all of you guys just tune in, week out for these live streams, no matter what it is as well, which means it is pretty awesome indeed. Like, this kind of game that is for the Bunnings NPC, it's never going to have a huge amount of people watching at a time, but I think that is why it's so great at the same time, because of the fact that we can interact throughout the whole one. I'm honestly only Johnny Blaze. That's me. And fake profile is Marco as well, says Johnny Blaze, and also the greatest troll Olympics of 2021. And also you can get banned from live chats. I feel you as well, says Lax Axel. See, I've never seen anyone get banned. I guess it would have to be some pretty dark stuff that you said, Johnny Blaze. Unless someone also may have taken it the wrong way, perhaps. Could have been the case. Now it's going to be held up by Tasman here. Going to become a rolling maul. The ball almost came out. So that is why it became the scrum of Tasman's there. And I've been Smithy Toilet for about 4+ months. I only changed it for a bit as well, says Smithy Toilet. I remember you were going to change it back at about 2 months ago. But instead, or maybe it was a month or so, but you decided against it. So who knows? Maybe we will see Mike Jones Sr. back at some stage. We always got there. Cheers, Hamish Hard as well, says Tesla. But yeah, it's one of those ones I absolutely love kind of having it, because it's almost a weekly schedule that we know that when it comes around to the weekend, we are going to be able to chat along with you guys. And yeah, it is just going to be pretty awesome to be able to find out. I mean, I found out a lot about you guys. Like Johnny Blaze, I know that your renovations and your kitchen went well so far, and you were moving on to another area of the house, if I'm not wrong. And then like all of you other guys, like Katie, I know that almost the American time at the moment, but I still have a shocker. But I know that you cooked a whole heap of bacon about 2 months ago, which I was pretty keen on, but now it's going to be fed to Kamakama Douglas, driving for 30 meters out now for Bay of Plenty once again. Manakai Selby Rickett trying to spin out of the tackle, a Lomax loose ball here, but it's going to be claimed here by number 11 for Bay of Plenty, whose name I still haven't quite got right yet. It says that it is Sekuni Tamino, I believe it is, if I'm not wrong, but I'm not too sure whether or not that is the case. But now it's going to be Caleb Trask now. Backline movement looking like it's opening up. Decides to hold the pass instead. And now it does mean danger. Or Tasman almost able to get it. Yes, they do. They get the penalty. And at this stage now, they have been able to get, now once again, another penalty. There's about 3 against Bay of Plenty in this so far. Been reported for telling a guy to get hair loss As well, says like says on 100s in the chat from Katie Dixon. Also, we have got Katie Loves Her TC says, and also, oh yeah, the bacon apocalypse as well. And I wait, no, it's still a possibility or a possibility for my prediction. Wait, never mind, says Johnny Boy. So what is your new prediction, mate? Do let me know. And also, be sure to give me your prediction at this moment. 14 to Waikato, 8 to North Harbour. Who do you think is winning that game? Looks like it could be Waikato. Oh, he's dropped the ball. It was going to be a try, but he's put it down only a metre short. That's going to be the game for the Waikato there. But unfortunately, it's going to be a scrum now for North Harbour. I'm having some right now as well for the T. And at this stage now, it is going to be thrown in by McDonald once again. Going to the front, almost stolen by Selby Rickett, claimed nicely by Tasman. Sione Avili now. Backline opportunity. Leicester fire. Nanuku running out of the line. He is going to be dragged in, and at this stage, Tasman, they need to make sure they are the next team to score to really extend that lead, and then they can push towards a bonus point as well, because of the fact that if they get 2 more tries, they will end up in a very good situation. Tyrell Lomax and Angus Scott Young now having a bit of a push and shove. And at this stage now, you can see Lomax, yeah, he tried to line up the cheap shot there. That was a little bit low from Lomax. Or Lomax, I guess that's where the day comes from, but now it's going to be an advantage for Tasman now, and it's a penalty as well. So they could take the 3 to extend the lead, but will they go for the corner instead to try and push towards that bonus point we haven't got in there? I wonder who Willy Wonka was. Definitely wasn't Smithy Toilet as well. Wait, was it? That makes me kind of think it's kind of one of those bit of mind games that perhaps it was you, perhaps. We have got 28 to 24 Tasman new prediction. As well, says Johnny Boy, could be the case. And Mitch aren't going to be going for the corner here, which is going to be very exciting indeed. They are just trying to check an offside, I believe, for the Waikato game. But if it was possibly, he was taken very nicely by the Waikato player, but it looks like they're not too far away from subs here. Bay of Plenty. We have also got Glad Havili and Christie were selected. No chance for Tasman this year as well, says Lax Axel. And also Willy Wonka's first or last appearance was one of the first Kiwi Lad streams I ever watched as well. Where did he go? It's a good question. I mean, maybe he got busy at the chocolate factory and had a little bit too much to do there, but it's going to be a flat ball from Sione Avili to Leicester Whainanōku now. They are going to be wanting to build once again here. Tasman 5-metre scrum in the game between Waikato and also North Harbour. That's frozen at the moment now. Whainanōku driving at the line here. Good tackle from Angus Scott Young. Was able to drag him down. And at this stage now, it is going to be their number 14. Not able to find the offload, but takes the contact from the number 11 of Bay of Plenty. Now it's going to be Lomax. He is going to be driving hard at the line. Tackle 10 metres out. And at this stage now, Tasman building faces very nicely as it's going to be Groovy. And they've got the advantage now in the penalty. So this is once again going to be an easy 3-pointer. But they have been going against it. They've decided that instead they would love to be able to turn it into tries. So maybe they will do the same in this situation. Or do you go, yes, they are going for the corner here. So they have decided that they have almost got this game won. So now they are going to be in this situation of really trying to push towards that bonus point. We have got you calling the Auckland Canterbury game, Hamish. I am indeed. Should be a very exciting one. 4 penalties against Bay of Plenty in the second half compared to the 0 of Tasman. So the momentum shift is certainly happening at the moment. And we have also got, I thought so, Katie, as well says Tesla. But yeah, at this stage, that Auckland Canterbury game should be a very exciting one. Looking forward to it. I'll be honest, for this matchup, I only got to see the lineups probably about 2 minutes before it kicked off. So I have been a little bit rusty with the names. So it may be a little bit the same for Canterbury versus Auckland. But hopefully you guys will be enjoying it. If you do, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be now, once again, the rolling maul. And could it be a second try for the man in the number 2 jersey? They're getting close. Drops to the line, puts it down. And it is going to be Quinton McDonald. Once again, who was able to score it, I believe, for Tasman. Will be an easy kick as well. Puts the shark fin up. He has scored 2 tonight. He will be open to push towards that hat-trick, perhaps, in the later stages of this game. And the same guy scored, says Bronson. He did indeed. And also we have got Hello Children. It's Willy Wonka. I'm back. I'll be announcing our golden tickets at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to tune in. It'll be announced on my channel. Is it Smithy Toilet? I feel like it has to be Smithy Toilet at this point. I feel like it is the most logical one. Maybe. But I'm not too sure. I feel like it's a tough one. You guys are playing mind games with me. I was able to work out Marco Vunipola Bear pretty quickly that it was Johnny Blaze just because of some of the little kind of vocabulary parts that he did have. Team gives my heart palpitations when I drink too much as well. We have got Waisaki a Holo back too, I think, says Lax Axel. Have they gone with him in the starting lineup? Because I know that Auckland haven't gone with Roger Tuivasa Sheck, but instead now it is going to be Solomon Ikata who will get an opportunity. Who needs Sky Sport with this gem as well, says Lolly Lovin Beach Babe as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. I do appreciate you guys all being here. And at this stage, we are going to be covering as many of these games of the Bunnings. I've ruined the plug here, but yeah, we are going to be covering as many of the Bunnings NPC games as we can. Also, Wallabies versus All Blacks next week. Wallabies are going to also be taking on the All Blacks 2 weeks' time after that game. And then it will be the Springboks taking on the Pumas as well. And we have got, now my prediction is gone, says Johnny Boy. Yeah, they have been ramping it up here, although you could still be within like a point or two in this situation. But at this stage, it's just been all Tasman in the second half, and the momentum has shifted. It's always weird to think that those kind of sponsors on the field aren't actually painted on, because of the fact the camera was moving and the sponsor actually was as well for First Trust Mortgage, or First Mortgage Trust, I should say. Johnny, is that you as well, says Katie? And also we have got a grade, also best name ever in the chat to Lolly Lovin' Beach Babe. And also we have got Willy Wonka Stop Spamming Kieran's as well. It's actually Achilles as well. So it is Achilles. Wait, or is it? I feel like now you're playing mind games, but it could be Achilles. So in that case, it was well and truly the ultimate troll. We didn't actually know who you were up till this point. And I still don't really know whether or not it is the case. We'll have to wait and see, though. But at this stage, 27 to Tasman, 14 to Bay of Plenty. In the other game that we are watching as well, it is 14 to Waikato and 8 to North Harbour. Now, I am wearing the Waikato kit that I was sent by one of you guys. Has got, I believe it's not that side, the Waikato logo there. Not sure whether or not you guys can see it, but it is hopefully going to be giving Waikato luck. I am from Canterbury as well, so it is surprising that I am going for Waikato in that game. But it's going to be a high ball contested in the air. Going to be going backwards here. Lester Nuku looking a little bit shaky after going up for that high ball, but now it is going to be going back for the scrum feed. And we have also got, oh Lord, there he is as well. And Achilles says Millie Toilet in the chat. So yeah, Achilles well and truly juked us there throughout the whole time that he was a Willy Wonka in the chat, because we've had a few over time that we have had that we had no idea who they were. So I feel like that's almost like, you know, Scooby-Doo back in the day. I feel like some of you guys would have been watching Scooby-Doo. I feel like quite a few of you guys would have been of that era. Like, I used to love watching Scooby-Doo, and it's kind of like that unmasking at the end that we did get to see there. And we have got Hello Children. I'll be inviting 5 of you to tour my illustrious chocolate factory. Make sure to tune in as well. And Hamish and all this Willy Wonka talk has got that Candyman tune is stuck in my head, as I says David. Of course, that is a throwback as well. The Candyman song. And we have got Sweet Comeback Time, says Smithy Toilet, and the 10s and the Karens in the chat from Katie, as well as that 100 golden emoji. I'm feeling like keeping it for 1 week perhaps rather than 24 hours, because I absolutely do love it. But at this stage, it is going to be a Tasman scrum. They are still having all of the possession in the second half. A little bit of an injury in the Waikato game, so it is going to be slowing down the clock. But now it is going to be once again the number 14, which in this one, I can't say his name to save myself. It is Tamoki Tavatavanawai. Tavatavanawai is the name. Hopefully he doesn't score, because or else I'm going to have a shocker there. But Mark Tully, I can't say that name nicely. And he has gone to ground there. Counter-ruck from Chase Tiatia, not quite able to get it going now. It is going to be the big forwards once again. Tuanga Fussy getting another carry on this one, going short side here. Lester Fine Arnuku with a bit of a step. Sean Wainui making the tackle. They have shut him down pretty well throughout this match, alongside Mark Talia as well in that back line of Tasman. But now that's a flat ball, maybe forward to Tyrell Lomax, but now it's going back to O'Malley. Now it's going to be Mitch Humpers in the gap here. He's got the men on the inside, goes to Mark Talia rather than the outside. He is trying to link up, and there are players going all over the place. And at this stage now, it is going to be 20 metres out here for Tasman. Looking to the short side. No, he goes on the inside to Lester Fine Arnuku, tackled low. He is still on his feet, so he's allowed to keep on going. It's almost become a rolling ball here, but Tia hasn't been able to shut him down once again. Tyrell Lomax running hard at the line. Going to be dragged down by Manakai Selby Rickett in a very nice tackle. Now it's going to be Grobby passing it off once again. I believe it was Lester Fine Arnuku carrying once again right next to the ruck. That is something he has been doing prominently throughout this match. Mitch Hunt, now the ball has been ripped away, but it's gone backwards. O'Malley claims it. They're up to 10 phases here for Tasman. Straight on the ball was Finau, not quite able to get it though for Bay of Plenty. They need to make sure that they stop Tasman from scoring. If they score once again here, Tasman, they will end up getting their bonus point. It's going to be the man who has already scored twice in this one, McDonald. Once again, getting the carry. Going to be Grobby. No, it's not. It's going to be the penalty. And it was a Fetu Kamokamo Douglas who was able to get in there and win that not releasing penalty. I see Quintal Paya has made his way out onto the field for Waikato, unless, of course, he did start the match. It's the first time that I have seen him, and we have got, did you make the gold emoji? We did indeed. It was because of the fact that we were able to hit 1,000, or not 1,000, sorry, 100 of the live rugby union live commentaries that we have done on the channel, which is pretty awesome that we've been able to knock up 100 in just the short amount of time that we have 100 live streams in only 9 months, which is pretty awesome, alongside about 700 other videos that we have uploaded on the channel. Have you seen new Suicide Squad, Amish? I haven't been able to watch too many movies recently, but I do want to know exactly what ones would be worth watching there. 11 is just known as Jim in Melbourne as well for the number 14. Is that the case? Because hopefully, if he is just known as Jim, I will call him Jim, and hopefully people don't get annoyed by it. So hopefully you are right in that regard. Did you make the gold emoji? 100 emoji. I mean, we did indeed. And we also made all the other emojis, the likes of Kieran. Is it just an awesome one? As you can see him in the chat, that's going to be almost a try for Waikato. Not forward there. It's going into touch, though. Now it's going to be the man and the number 14 jersey for Bay of Plenty now getting the carry. So they weren't able to score there, Tasman, but they will be still looking for one more. Bay of Plenty will be looking for one as well. If they can get within 7 points, they will receive the bonus point. Te Te Ratahurangi out on the field now. No look pass from Chase Tiatia out onto the wing. And they are only 40 metres out here. Bay of Plenty, if they can score soon, they are not out of this match yet as well. That is one thing to look at. They need to make sure that they are the next team to score, though. That is for sure. Going short side to Huriarangi. Decides against it. Goes to Caleb Trask now, trying to pierce the line. Bouncing out of the tackle of Tyrell Lomax, who has had to make a huge amount of tackles throughout this match so far. And that was a little bit high, but he was falling into it. The number 4 for Bay of Plenty now. Sean Wainui, short side, has scored a try earlier on in the match, trying to run over the top of Garobi, dragged down 25 out. And at this stage, Bay of Plenty put in plenty of phases together as well. And that is one thing that both of these sides have done pretty well throughout this match, is find phase after phase. They're up to 10 now, or are they? Almost stolen. Yes, it is. And it's going to be ripped away by Jim. Was it Jim? Yes, it is Jim. And he is driving forward here, Jim, in the number 14 jersey. It's going to be a counter ruck from Bay of Plenty. They are going to take this ball straight back, or are they? Angus Scott Young puts it up with one hand. That is great work. And the breakdown is going to be a try to Waikato at the same time as well. Or is it? Yes, it is. And it is going to be their number 7. Who was able to score it. I believe that is a Jacobson, is it, if I'm not wrong? Not Luke Jacobson, though. I think it is Mitch Jacobson who was able to score it. Yes, it was. So we will add that one to the scoreboard as well. But now it's going to be Mark Daly, a bit of base and space down the wing. Pushed almost into touch by Fennell. Good offload into the hands of their number 22. He is a solid unit. Whether it is Louis Chapman, I believe it was. And now it is going to be Mitch Hunt. Goes across field once again. No, Louis Chapman was actually, it will be Levi Moore, who is a Safa Moore's brother. And he is certainly built like him. And now it's Mark Dallaire, 40 metres out now for Bay of Plenty. But that was a beautiful try for Waikato there. And they may have just secured that win up against North Harbour. Now it is going to be going across field. Once again, it is going to be Hugh Renton getting another carry. Going back now, Tyrell Lomax, I believe it wasn't quite able to hang on to it. Or it may have been the replacement number 18, who did put that ball down. Fine Arnuku once again going to be driving out at line. That looks like an injury there. It might be Jeff Thwaites who is down. Mitch Hunt going for a kick into touch. And he does find the touchline. As Roger Tuivasa-Sheck playing this weekend? He is not. He has been left out of that starting lineup in reserves. And I thought Tyrell was from Wellies. As well as says, I believe a few of the players have swapped around for this one. Lomax, the walking penalty, as well says that Johnny plays, and I want to play entire want to plan entire vacations to New Zealand centred completely around attending rugby games. Oh, am I weird? Not at all. I feel like that is something like we've wanted to do a video on the channel, although it would take a huge amount of funding. We probably need to find a sponsor for it. But I was thinking about doing some sort of game, or not some sort of game, but some sort of video of trying to travel to all of these stadiums in New Zealand, the Super Rugby ones, that is, in 24 hours, and maybe take a kick from each of those grounds. But I feel like that would take a huge amount of work to organise, and also would be very costly, because I would like to take all of the Kiwi lads along for it as well. Sad but true, says Tesla. And also we have got there Tyrell Lombax as well, says Lax Axel. At this stage, the ball has gone into touch, and it will be a Tasman line out now for them to have an opportunity. I wish my wife would be that enthusiastic about rugby. Lol, she hates the rugby. She says it takes too much of my time watching it, Kiwi lads, all the trolling, etc. Yeah, trolling probably does take up quite a bit of the time, to be fair. But yeah, we have appreciated every moment that you have spent on the channel, because of the fact you've been here since the start. And that is one thing, like, I'm going to do a reaction, I think, of my first ever international rugby commentary. And I think when I look through the live chat, we're going to see a certain name there, and it is going to be Johnny Plays, which I feel like is absolutely incredible. We've got, no, you're not weird as well, Kiwi lads, rugby road trips as well, says Katie Dixon. Like, I feel like it would be a funny video idea, but it's just one of those ones that's going to take a lot to try and plan it out. And we would have to do it during winter, or else the post would go down at some of these grounds. So it would have to happen soon, so that would be pretty tough. So maybe it's a next year occasion when we have got a little bit more of a following. Perhaps a car sponsorship could be on the cards, so that we can travel around in their vehicle. Now Jim down the wing, going to be running hard here, Jim. And he just charging at Chase Tiatia, Got back up to his feet, almost able to steal it there, Jason, and he does. Very nicely done for Bay of Plenty once again. I feel so nude. I don't have the yellow QLS next to the name. And that's the thing. As you guys are members for a longer period of time, it does then mean that you are able to get a new emoji, or not a new emoji, but a new badge. So I believe the first one that it will change to will be a bronze one. Then you get silver, then gold, then diamond as the final one. So it is going to be after 1 month of being a member, I think it goes to bronze. After 3 months, if I'm not wrong, no, it is actually after 2 months, you get the silver. After 6 months, it is the gold. And then after 12, it becomes the diamond. And I feel like that's going to be pretty awesome, seeing all the different colors in the chat as well. But on the halfway line there, Tim O'Malley taking it beautifully for Tasman. Now it's a counter ruck once again from Bay of Plenty, not able to get it going, though. Kicked in behind here. And it's going to be setting up nicely for Caleb Trask to take. Has tried to dodge the tackle with Mitch Jumper, hasn't quite been able to get around. My voice is trying to disappear. That's another try for Waikato. The bonus point has been got by them in this one, which is very nicely done indeed for them. I'm not sure who that is. He's going to have to turn around. It was Mosisi Dawai who was able to score it. Waikato, I think I'm going to have to wear this kit more often, Johnny Blaze, for the Waikato member, because they have been able to do a very nice movement there once again in the back line, out into the hands of their winger, who was able to score it. Whaiananuku once again going to be driving forward. It's going to be Hugh Renton now, charging at the replacements for Bay of Plenty. Going back, Mitch Hunt, rush defense there from Fetu Kamakama Douglas. Beautiful offload now. And it's going to be the man on the number 20 jersey. Looks for the offload, but goes into the hands of Bay of Plenty. And now Caleb Trask. That's a huge kick. If it goes into touch, it will be a 40-22. But it is going to be just rolling too far. It may go the full length for the field here. It's going to be pulling up a metre short of the dead ball line inside of the in goal. So in the end now, it is going to be a goal line dropout. I started watching last year, but didn't comment. Then about 2 months ago, I haven't missed a live stream. Says like, yeah, you guys who are the regulars, like you always are here, no matter what the live stream is. You guys are here for it, whether it is a gaming live stream that we have been doing. We're going to be starting up a Be a Pro very soon on the channel for Rugby Challenge. I know that has been requested a lot. So I'm hoping to do that as a live stream rather than video. And it's one of those ones that hopefully you guys will be along for that ride as well, as I try and make my way into the All Black side. I should have revealed your real name to your wife, brother, Riley Bullbex, as well. Says Smithy Toilet. And also we have got there what if you've already reached 12 months as well. Yeah, that's the thing. I wish there was a way of giving people the badges for like how long they have been subscribed to the channel kind of thing when they have become a member. But unfortunately, yeah, they don't actually let you do that, which is a shame, because I feel like a lot of you guys would already almost have that diamond. If not, definitely a lot of you guys would have that gold. But yeah, the diamond would also be out and about for a lot of you guys as well. Type a typical buck making up stuff as well in the chat. We have got, come on, Bay of Plenty, says David. At this stage, if they can score the next try of this match, they will not be out of it at the stage. North Harbour, we're 8-0 up, and now they are losing 28 points to 8. Kick in behind goes to Mitch Hunt. Now rush defense on him, trying to find the tackle, and they have been able to do so. Finau straight on the ball. No, not able to get that penalty for Bay of Plenty. Currently 28 minutes left, or sorry, a total of 12 minutes left in this one. Not sure where 28 came from. Whoever banned him, probably in love with Charlotte Caslick, as well, says Lax Axel. And yeah, at this stage, she has become a mention on the channel quite often since those 7th games. But now it is once again going to be kicked high by Tasman. Box kick inside of their own 22. Will be allowed to find touch, I believe, with it. It is kicked downfield, hasn't found touch, and now it is going to be a counter-attack. Sean Wainui from his half. Going to be charging forward here. The men on the outside. Oh, took the contact there. Sean Wainui needed to pass that ball on the outside to be able to open up Chase Tiati, and also the number 11, who would have been available, but instead took the contact. So hopefully it doesn't cost him here. But Teita Ratahurangi now going to be, as the halfback gives it to Trask, Manakai Selby Rickett, met by the defence. I believe that is Reid Princep out there for Tasman, if I'm not wrong, unless he does play for Canterbury, if I'm not wrong. But now it's going to be Sean Wainui once again. Pass the ball, mate. He's not passing it at the moment, Sean Wainui. And each time it does mean that it doesn't open up that opportunity down the wing. It's now going to be in the hands of Aiden Ross, driving forward at Parkinson. Dragged down once again. They're up to 6 phases now. For Bay of Plenty goes back. Chase Tiatia sells the dummy, goes himself here. Carrying hard at the line, 25 out for Bay of Plenty. They need the try, and they need it soon. Going short side, Sean Wainui once again. Doesn't pass the ball. It's 3 in a row at this stage that he has decided to take the contact rather than looking for the offload, which I feel like is what you need in this situation. Finau now goes back to Triple T. Now Caleb Trask trying to pierce the line. Good defense from Tasman. Offload there. And it is going to be now in the hands of the replacement flanker, I believe it was. Short side now, it's going to be Angus Scott Young. Good drive there at Jim, as he is called in the region they have set. But now it is going to be going in the hands of Fetu Kamo Douglas. Crawling forward, making meters here. 10 out from the line here. Bay of Plenty put him phase after phase. Caleb Trask goes back. Oh, it's a big hit on, I believe it would have been their number 12. Yes, it was. But he took contact very well there to Hurio Rangi. Gets it to Sean Wainui. Offloads to Manakai Selby Rickett there. And is it going to be Hugh Renton who gets a penalty? Yes, it is, unfortunately. And it does mean now not releasing call against Tasman there, Hamish. What's the difference between Patreon and a membership as well, says David. That is a good question. I think it is more to do with the fact that Patreon is normally you get exclusive videos on Patreon, whereas channel memberships for this, you can't have access to those emojis. I believe if you are a Patreon supporter of a channel, you don't have any benefits in terms of badges or emojis or anything. Could be wrong in that regard, though. But yeah, it is one of those ones that, you don't actually have access to the other. You kind of have access to stuff off the field kind of thing, but not on the field, if that makes sense. Or on the live streams, not off the live streams. On the live streams, not off the live streams, is what I was meant to say there. At this stage now, it is going to be another substitution being made by Bay of Plenty. And 5 meters out, North Harbour going for the scrum as well. Probably do from the UK. I know Marco didn't like those guys too much as well. Tasman too good, says Edvogel, proud Box fan as well. And it's either that or I've done something dumb and locked myself out. I'll get my missus to fix it during the week sometime. And also we have got Sean Wainui, you idiot, in the chat from David. And also proud Springboks fan here. Brother, love South Africa, love yous for winning versus Alliance, says Johnny Blaze. And also we have got Chislin Colby, loves his baby oil as well. And that's the thing. He chose the perfect time to have a good game, Chislin Colby, because of the fact it was definitely a game where it was all on the line. I'm just going to have a look to see whether or not, I am just going to have a quick look here. I'm just checking to see whether or not you are still actually, okay, Johnny Blaze, your channel has been deleted, because I just checked to see whether or not you still had the perks of the channel membership. And I have seen here that it says you joined 10 days ago, but now your channel has been deleted. So it is no longer actually a member of the Kiwi Lads membership or just in general, unfortunately. So that is big news that channel has been taken down there. And we also got their liquor stream. How's it from Durban? Hanging out with my boys as well, says Smithy Toilet. But that is going to be a knock-on advantage. And now it will be an advantage for Bay of Plenty at scrum time to be able to possibly find their way over the try line for one last time. Johnny Blaze has put the laughing emojis as well. So yeah, that Marco Vunipola beer, it was fun while it lasted. There's a little bit of history there. Rip Marco, we need to hold a funeral service. We do indeed. I didn't realize. What did you do, Marco? Or Johnny Blaze, to be able to get that one deleted? It must have been a bad comment that got reported. And I feel so empty. Marco is dead now as well. How many months? It was about 4 months or so. Already realized that it had been deleted. I went back to the first stream I've attended on this channel. Marco was in it as well, says Millie Toilet. I feel sad now. It's going to Rip Marco from 2021 to 2021. And yeah, it's one of those weird ones now that I guess, is it a sign that they want you to stop trolling on YouTube? I don't think it will happen, but it is one of those ones. You have to be careful not to get the Johnny Blaze one deleted as well. It's going to be rush defense here. Caleb Trask taking that ball 35 out now from the Tasman line, and the defense has just been too strong. If Tasman are going to be able to get that bonus point, they will need a little bit more of the ball. Straight on the ball, hands down first, I believe, from the number 19. So that shouldn't be a penalty, but it is going to be. He did lose his footing originally and then put his hands back on the ball, so it is going to be the penalty to their number 19. We have also got World Rugby had done it as well, says Millie. Also, we have got never heard of a comment getting reported, leading to a deleted channel as well. Yeah, neither have I. So it must have been something pretty serious for it to have taken place. Emotional moment, Rip Marco as well. We have got, looks like I was talking to myself when reviewing the stream, says Smithy. So I guess it does in a way, because of the fact that, yeah, any message that has been put from Marco Vunipola beer will actually be no longer available in the chat. I don't think Will Rugby are cats when it comes to social media as well. And GG Marks says Tesla. At the stage now, it is going to be once again Tasman kicking for the touchline. They want the bonus point. Bay of Plenty, if they can get one try here, they will get the bonus point as well. So it's one of those ones, both sides fighting for a chance. Did think originally that number 19 to put his hands down before contesting this one. Press F to pay respects to Marco as well. We're going to be able to get some Fs in the chat. There we go. We will put an F from the Kiwi Lads as well for Marco Vunipola beer. So that now means that it's a weird one, because of the fact you've been a key part of the channel for so long, and everyone now, I mean, at least me saying about your messages is still going to be on those past live stream. But it is going to be Fino coming off field, and that is going to be Nisa making his way out there now. It's going to be claimed nicely. And the number 19, that is the first time I've seen that in the Bunnings NPC. He was dropped down from the line, and he just started running the lock there. F's in the chat from Escaroy, and also from Smithy Toilet, Johnny Boy and Tesla and Katie as well. We have got plenty of F's in the chat. I use my other account to watch Kiwi Lad streams for reviewing before commenting on this one, as well as Smithy Toilet. See, that's the thing. A lot of you guys probably have been kind of silent viewers for those first couple months that you have been viewing. And then it is pretty awesome that we have now got you guys in the chat as well, because it just makes these live streams that much more fun. Sean Wainui knocking the ball on there. And it does now mean it is going to be Tasman who will have the opportunity at scrum time. North Harbour actually scoring a try there by the looks of it. So they have been able to fight back a little bit in their game as well. Escaroy, drink some cover for me, brother. Marco has left us sadly as well, says Johnny Blaze. And also we have got Rip Riley, brother, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a channel be deleted from comments. I don't think, which is kind of strange. But yeah, I did check to see, because I can see a list of all of our channel members, and it just had there written in between David and Rio Gamer, channel has been deleted, joined 10 days ago. And now, yeah, he is no more, unfortunately, at this stage. It's a bit sad, really, to be fair. But yeah, there's like we have got YouTube deleted my Marco profile. This is the real me. I'll finally come out of the closet as well, says Johnny Blaze. And also we have got there, what a moment to comment with Marco as well, says Escaroy. And yeah, it's one of those ones. He will go down in the minds of everyone in the chats, of course. But at this stage now, it will be just a memory, I guess it is. We already we had almost 1K in the here last night. Is that a record test? So I think it's getting close to 1. And I feel like we won't be able to break it until maybe the World Cup will be the next time that we get some huge numbers like that again. But the British and Irish Lions tour, we had a lot of people viewing throughout that tour. Like, I'm overly grateful for the amount of support that we've had. 1K view as well. I think that's our new record as well, says Johnny Blaze. Yeah, I don't think we've quite hit the four figures, but we are extremely close. That is for sure. Lolly Loving Beach Baby at ZF as well in the chat. And ROP Riley, brother, says Millie Toilet. At this stage now, Molly out on the field. Sam Molly, that is, replacing the man who was able to score 2 tries for Tasman, Quinton McDonald. Only 4 minutes left in this game between Tasman and the Bay of Plenty. And then we are going to be transferring over to our next live stream, which will be taking place Canterbury versus Auckland. A little bit later on as well, New Zealand versus South Africa. You could break your record as well, says Johnny Boy. That is a good point. I mean, All Blacks versus South Africa is a game that a lot of people do enjoy watching, definitely because of the fact that it is the 100th game between those two sides. So who knows, maybe we will be able to break it. The entire rugby world will be watching those games as well, says Johnny Blaze. And also we have got is Jim Tava Nawai playing. He is indeed. Can't say his name to save myself. I have been told that they just call him Jim for this one. But yeah, he has been doing decently so far in this match. Lisa Fine Nuku now charging at the line. He is going to be dragged down there once again. It's an interesting battle at the moment. And actually, North Harbour up to 15 points in that game. So at this stage, I believe they will still need one more try and something. No, actually, if they get one more try, they will receive that bonus point. So that will be what they are trying to build towards here, North Harbour, with only 5 minutes or so left in their game as well. We have got their 100th game will do the job, says Lax Axel. And also, how much viewers are we getting for South Africa, brother? Around 50. Or Super Rugby Aotearoa, I believe it is, around 50. I think we were actually pretty good for Super Rugby Aotearoa. I think we were able to get kind of around that. Anytime we did a live stream, it was kind of 100 to 200 or so, somewhere around there, which was actually very good for those live streams, I thought. But 77 minutes gone in this one, going to be taken by Fetu Kamakama Douglas on the halfway line. But like I always mention, I mean, the numbers are great and all, but it is kind of the interaction that I absolutely love about these ones, like being able to, as you guys will see from that reaction I do to the first ever live stream that we did, we've come a long way in just 9 months. And I am excited to see where we end up in the next year now. And now it's going to be once again out the back line here. Fetu Kamakama Douglas spinning out of the tackle. It's a drop ball once again for Bay of Plenty, though. Unfortunately, just hasn't quite been working out for them in the second half. Waikato on hot attack once again here. And they have got 5 minutes left to work to see whether or not they can extend that lead and take away any chance of a North Harbour bonus point. We have got an injury playing against him in school. Former teammate, or sorry, schoolmate as well for Jim Tava Nawai. I feel like I'm going to get the hang of that name. It's like Lester Fine Nuku. I never used to be able to say that name. Also, Te Te Roa Tahuri Arangi, but I've been able to work those ones out. So now hopefully that one will start rolling off the tongue as well. We have got, yes, Toxic Savas to trigger, have a yarn with, as well as there's like Sex Order we have also got in the chat in their World Rugby defensive of the precious bomb, and also Hamish Kiwi Lads is getting some impressive viewing numbers awesome as well. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the numbers we've been getting just in the last kind of few months, including the sevens as well. Like some of those sevens live streams have over 20,000 views, which was absolutely incredible to have that amount of support. Of course, we also had a huge amount of hate. I believe the weekend of the sevens, or the whole week of the sevens, was the most hate the channel has ever received at one time. Like we were getting a huge amount of it. But yeah, it's one of those ones that I think it's always the way of, if you have a few people who are hating, of course, you have also got those fellas who are supporting you. 9 handling errors for Waikato in this game against North Harbour, yet they are still winning this one. Over 1 million views, so cool as well. Yet we were able to hit that, which is absolutely awesome. And did you have cover with him after, brother? So that's with the and also we have got Te Roa with rolled R's, of course, as well. Te Roa Tahuri, or Te Roa Tahuri. Hopefully I am pronouncing it correctly. We always got there. I saw a lot of dislikes in the Rugby 7 streams. Yeah, most dislikes we ever received on any weekend, and also most hate comments that we received. We had a lot of angry Fijians at us, that is for sure. But we also had those ones who did decide to stick around, which is pretty awesome as well. But at this stage, only a total of 15 seconds left in this game. Bay of Plenty want to be able to score one last try in this match. Tasman would probably also like to do the same, because the fact it would extend their lead and give them a bonus point into this competition. Going so a short side now, going to be in the hands of their number 23 here. Bay of Plenty straight on the ball, almost was Jim, but not quite able to get it now. Going for once again here, going to be Hugh Renton trying to get over that ball. Taitaro Tahuriarangi offloads it back now to the big replacement tie here prop. And at this stage, the Tasman Mako, they haven't been letting in too many tries yet. Oh, great run from Caleb Trask. Good pace at the line, but he has been dragged down once again now on the outside. Not quite able to find the link-up play. Trying to lurk in there with the Tasman players. That's a forward pass by a mile from Taitaro Tahuriarangi, and that is going to be the end of that game. So now what we will do is we will click this one. We will go full time, and then we will go like this as well. There we go. And then I will read all of your chat while we are watching the game between Waikato and also Hawke's Bay, because it is the closing moments of that one. Only 2 minutes left. But in the chat, we have what's got there. Why we're getting hate for the streaming the sevens? It is because of the fact that everyone wanted to see the games, but unfortunately, due to us only being able to provide the commentary, people were not happy with that at all. Like, it's one of those ones that we always mention at the start. Like, we're not able to show match footage because of licensing. We all have it in the description as well, saying not allowed to show anything because of the fact that it is going to be, copyrighted. But yeah, they don't like that. Definitely after it was uploaded, kind of the people who were watching live were extremely supportive of the live stream. They were kind of, we got a lot of new people who were very keen on the commentary side of it. But of course, those people who watch it afterwards who are looking for the highlights just get very angry. Whoever's got why did the sevens crowd need to be so negative? Is that a sevens thing? I'm not sure. That is the first game of sevens I have ever streamed, but it's one of those ones that it was a lot of angry people, that is for sure. Lots of Fijiana fans slid in my DMs, as well as says Laxaxo, and also we have got Fijians we're bloody mad after that semis game, dislike the hell out of your stream. Yeah, that is true. The game between the two sides, it was Fijiana versus the Black Ferns, and they were not happy with that game at all because of the refereeing in it. So they took it out on us a little bit. To be fair, still mad. Now just waiting for the team to come out of quarantine celebrations for their home with families as well. And geez, look at the comments. Oh, that Fijian finals game, bloody ridiculous, eh? And it's one of those ones, people say that I should probably end up taking some of them down, but it's also one of those ones that I feel like you've got to leave up at least a couple. And also, if you take them down, it just encourages people to keep on commenting, going, why did you delete my comment? And everything like that. So the best way to handle it is to just try and be polite and say, look, we aren't able to show the game, unfortunately. Wish we could, because that would be absolutely incredible if we were able to do so. But yeah, we just aren't quite able to, unfortunately. We have also got there, geez, look at the comments. And also we have got there, no offense, but I think a lot of people are ignorant and stupid. I think they can watch free sport on YouTube. Yeah, it's one of those ones, like, you're not going to be able to watch a game live on YouTube without that channel more than likely getting copyright striked. You might be able to get the highlights, like for the New Zealand games. It was lucky New Zealand made it to both finals because of the fact that Sky Sport NZ showed the highlights on their YouTube channels. So it's pretty awesome in that regard. But we had people who were like commenting, like, you got to show us the game and everything like that. But like the highlights were on YouTube. Like you could just search for them and they would be there. But instead, they were not too happy. And we also got there. I think Major League Baseball have one huge game a week. And that's the only sport I know of, as well, says Simon Hughes. And at this stage now, it is 80 minutes gone in the Harbour versus Waikato game. It's looking like it is going to be another 4 pass. So because of it, that is going to be the end of that game as well. And it does mean that Waikato able to get the win. I wore the Waikato kit for that one. And maybe it is the lucky charm that they did need to be able to keep on winning and might have to win it next week because I think they've got a big game next week. If I'm not wrong, Waikato. We'll have a quick look to see exactly who they are playing. But then after that, we are going to be setting up for our live stream between Canterbury and Auckland. Should be an exciting one. Too bad they put their anger in the wrong place as well. Says Katie, yeah, it should be the broadcasters that they are kind of getting angry at because of the fact that we want to be able to watch these games for free. But it's one of those ones, a lot of them are behind paid subscriptions now. So it does make it tough. Waikato are playing Wellington. So, yeah, I'm going to have to wear that kit next week, I have a feeling, if they want to get that one. Typical, most of the dislikes came from a Fijian stream A. And also show the game how many morons say the same. Tell you what, we get that on a daily basis. If I put $1 into a cup every time we had someone say show the game, we would be able to fund a lot of the YouTube channel, that is for sure. Although saying that, it is just my money, putting it into a different place. So I guess it is one of those ones that it is still the same thing as me having it anyway. We have got MFG when Sevens is over, so the Olympics, because it's their game. I was cheering for the Black Ferns that day out of 12 Fijiana fans as well. And hey, I'm back, says Hunter. Welcome back, mate. And do you have time? Do you time many people out on your streams? Only the ones who consistently kind of swear. I feel like that's one of those ones. And also anyone who's putting overly offensive stuff. I feel like at this stage, it's one of those ones that, I mean, Johnny Blaze, or I guess Marco Vanapola Bear, people always say, why don't you have him timed out? But it's one of those ones that, of course, he likes to troll, but overall his comments are normally not too bad. So it's one of those ones, anyone who's swearing flat out, calling us just terrible names normally gets the ban. If you stream to Black Caps versus India, you get locks. I actually want to do a lot more cricket because I am going to be doing the KFC Big Bash as well as one that I would absolutely love to be able to follow while the rugby season is on a little bit of a quieter note. We have got Fiji lost fair and square. Don't blame Kiwi lads as well. Yeah, that's the thing. People were blaming the Black Ferns, but they weren't the ones with the referee in hand, or sorry, with the whistle in hand, I should say. So people are they end up taking the anger out on the wrong places, I think. And also, that was my old ship, Hamish brother. It can't fit my stomach. Come popped out a few inches. As I said, Johnny Plays. I mean, I like the kit. Looks very nice. The Waikato shirt. I'm glad that I've got it on underneath because it does look awesome. That logo is very nice indeed. Yes, true. Big Bash is awesome to watch as well, says Johnny Boy. And I say we have got there, Hamish, yeah, those types of yeah. We get a few of them. People, I'm surprised people, I don't think we've ever, I think we've had one who has mentioned my front teeth. And I thought that was going to be the first thing that everyone, targeted because of the fact that, it's right here in the middle. So I thought that was going to be the thing that got called out. But it's pretty much, I've been called skinny head was one that I had, and they kind of wrote F off, but in a different way so that it didn't get taken off YouTube. So it was F off skinny head, which I've actually found quite funny. I sent it to the group chat. But we have also got there, in there, I have a jersey, Troy Flavel wore as well. I never get to wear it because mum sleeps in it. Or sleeps with it. Sorry, says Laxaxo. And also we have got the majority of the time this stream is super friendly and funny and welcoming and just awesome, says Katie Dixon. Yeah, I feel like that's one of those ones we always try, no matter what is happening in the game, we try and keep it positive because of the fact that at the end of the day, we're all a bunch of people who just love watching rugby. And I feel like that is exactly what we want to be able to keep on doing on the channel. And it just is a pretty awesome idea. Don't worry about it. All YouTubers get criticized. That's when you know the channel's growing. Yeah, we had our first spammer the other week, I remember, and it kind of ended up catching me completely off guard because I wasn't used to it. So it was pretty much, they were trying to just be names of people in the chat and calling them names. So I had to block about 50 accounts that day. But then I worked out that if I block certain words, they all of a sudden disappear, which was good to see. But yeah, it's an interesting one with the channel growing that we have had a few people who aren't too happy. But overall, I think a majority of those people kind of leave their dislike, leave their comment, and then don't kind of come back to the channel. It's those ones who stick around and dislike every single video that you kind of it's going to be tough for them though, because we upload that often. They will have to make it their full-time gig. We have got this, that was surreal and crazy as well. And love the stream place, me brother. Your whole energy, your Emmett is a beautiful Hamish, bruh. We gravitate towards you, bruh, as well. It says Johnny Blaze. I remember that, says Tesla. I believe it was the Argentina versus Wales live stream, if I'm not wrong. If you have haters, you're doing well. And also we have got, you can also timeout spam it, says Johnny Boy. Yeah. It was one of those ones, though, they actually changed their name, or they had about 50 accounts lined up. So anytime I would cut it off, they would just go with another one, and they would make another account. And then they were using people's names in the chat as their account names. So they were trying to get other people banned. So people were kind of leaving that live stream because they thought that someone had hacked their account. So it did end up dropping our numbers quite a bit. I'm not sure who it was, but they had a lot of commitment. They did it for about 1.5 games. I don't understand why people are so mean. As I said, David, I think it is just the internet in general nowadays. I don't go on Twitter because I feel like Twitter is one of those places that no matter what, people are angry as well. Love your work, Sanjay. Now you can have some sexy time with Laurel. As well as said Jason, also proud Waikato fan living in Canterbury. You know what? I got the Waikato kit. It's going to be coming back next week, Johnny Blaze, because I feel like that is possibly the lucky charm, and maybe it will be what they need to get the win over Wellington. And we have got what we called out for against some spammer. I remember the spammer calling Bertie a child tickler as well. Yeah, they were pretty much just. I think it was the main one was just they were saying everyone in the chat stinks was their big one that they had. That was about it. I've seen someone make a fake 2 cents account and get on his stream and make him mad, where he kicked the wall and made a hole in it and turned off his stream after it. As well as Johnny Blaze, I didn't actually realize that had happened to him at that stage. It happened to me on the BKR channel. Someone else tried to be me as well. Says Johnny Boy, yeah. It's one of those ones that people have a lot of spare time and they decide to use it like in non-productive ways, I guess you could say. Like, as one of those ones, y'all guys need to come play some RuneScape. What is your username, Tesla? I might actually have a look at it. Is it old school RuneScape as in like the on the phone? RuneScape, is that still around? They have it on mobile, I think, if I'm not wrong. There's a guy with a brain as a swimming pool or something along those lines. Never let a troll piss you off as well. Yeah, I try. Like, I don't think I frown too much on these live streams. I've always got a smile, or I have a positive attitude on these ones. And I think that is why you guys do end up just continuous and coming back. NZ4 as well says Cesar. That is actually extremely simple. I thought it was going to be like a really long one. I think mine was, I don't even know if mine was Boothio1. I think mine was something else, but I might have to change it. I don't know. Old school RuneScape as well. I'll take a picture of it, Tesla. We might have a little go. Maybe we could have like a member session. Could be quite cool to be able to do something along those lines. But yeah, nonetheless, I think we are going to be at the end of this live stream. So we saw quite a few tries being scored, but Tasman not quite able to get that bonus point for 4 tries. And this one we have got Hamish. If I asked you to stream more women's bathing suits competition, is that a bit too creepy as well, says David? I mean, I can just imagine the comments now after streaming it. They'll be like, show it. And then we would get absolutely brutalized in that chat as well. Remember, I stopped playing when I saw a bigger spider as well, says Lax Axel. Yeah, I never killed much bigger than goblins, I don't think, when I was in my prime. And we have got any other games, mate, as well. Says Smithy Toilet. The other game that we are going to be doing tonight, or it is actually going to be happening in around 45 minutes' time, I believe kickoff is, or it may even be less than that, around 40 minutes. It is going to be the game between Canterbury and Auckland. That is the big game of the weekend. We're going to be doing it. Do I still wear I don't think I can wear the Waikato kit for that game, or else I will get absolutely destroyed by the Canterbury supporters because I live in Canterbury, and that would be a risky bit of business. Maybe I have it on underneath. People will be like, why do you have a white collar? And I'll just go like this and continue on throughout it. We have got Lucky Brother as well. Yeah, I feel like that would have been one that maybe it would have been hard to get that username as well. And we have got there. I've been pretty, admittedly, last Sunday was trolling from like 6 a.m. all the way to 2 p.m. trolling Home Nations-based people, and I felt like I was the idiot, lol. Like, it literally took all my day as well. Like, Johnny Blaze, the idiot, spending all day on the phone. Like, put it down, go aside, bro. Yeah, that's one thing. I've actually been working on my sleep schedule because of the fact that this is almost becoming kind of like a podcast Q&A type session. But it's pretty much my sleep schedule for the past few months with the British and Irish Lions tour was go to bed at about 6 a.m. and wake up at about 6 p.m. or maybe even later than that in terms of the time that I did go to bed. So it's one of those ones that I was in the completely wrong kind of schedule, and my skin probably shows it because I am white as a ghost at this stage, but I'm changing it a little bit. I've been getting up at around maybe 11 a.m., which I know sounds like, it's pretty late still, but slowly building my way back into a normal sleep schedule, and that will hopefully be a good news in the end for myself. We have got Go Auckland here, Harry Blossom, to take charge as well. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Harry Plummer in the number 10. He's got a very good backline on his outside. AJ Lamb, Salicio RC, Zahn Sullivan, all available in that backline. Solomoni Kata making his debut in that one. And we have got, yes, David, I'd back that as well. But yeah, it is a shame that you got banned, Johnny Blaze. I feel like it's one of those ones that now, of course, we are going to get to see the original Johnny Blaze. So please make sure you don't get this account banned, because it would be weird not having you on these live streams, definitely because you have been here since the very start. Go Auckland. And as well from Lax Axel. But nonetheless, I think that is going to be the end of this live stream. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new. And we are going to be back in just a short moment, around half an hour's time, for the next game that is going to be taking place. And that is going to be Auckland taking on Canterbury in a very big match of the Bunnings NPC Premiership Division. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the I'll behave, mate, I promise, says Johnny Blaze. I try to believe it, but we will have to wait and see. But I think overall, yeah, I think it will be not too bad over the next few, depending on how Canterbury goes. I know what you'll try and call them, but I recommend not changing the A for a U, or else that might end up with someone like, I don't report any comments. That's the thing. I either remove them or I put the person on a timeout in terms of that regard. So it's one of those ones that yeah, it's kind of weird to think that someone actually reported one of your comments. Or it would have had to be multiple, surely, for YouTube to actually get involved. So I'm wondering what you commented on one of those Northern Hemisphere ones that really got people riled up. We have got to see you guys then. Cheers. As well says, trolling's a job. Trolling is on this one video for 3 hours. Jesus Christ, says Billy Taller, and also good charismatically. As well says Johnny Blaze, and also we have got, sorry, if this is weird, Hamish, but you would get hired at Disney instantly. You would thrive there. My aunt used to run Singapore Sales gift shop at Typhoon Lagoon at Disney World. As well says Katie Dixon. I mean, I've done a little bit of the editing side of it. I haven't done too much acting in that regard, but I feel like it's one of those ones, like the positive energy that we try and produce on the channel, like it is very genuine, and also I feel like that comes through a little bit because of the fact that like I know that one of these ones, that sounded like I was calling out a YouTuber. It was just the way that I phrased it, but like it's one of those ones that if you don't enjoy doing these live streams, it does make them take a lot, like they feel like a drag. But these ones, like I look forward to every weekend because of the fact that I get to talk to you guys in the chat. I get to watch some good games of rugby, and we get to just have a fun time while doing it. And I feel like it's part of that weekly schedule of pretty much every day I am thinking about what we are going to be doing on YouTube. It's like we've got videos for days coming up. I want to upload a video of me and George playing the match between the All Blacks and the Wallabies. And we had Quade Cooper at 10, and also a very big surprise, maybe with the initials RM for the All Blacks making a return. And that actually sounds like it's Richie Mo'unga, but it is a different Richie, maybe. We have got 420 very soon at half an hour as well, says Johnny Blaze. And also we have got Hamish with a wand outlining Disney as well, doing the bit of that. 2 Cents hates it. As also says, does he actually? I feel like he enjoys the rugby. I haven't seen too many of his live streams recently just because of the fact that we do live stream at the exact same time. But I do know that he has said himself in the past that he kind of does the live streams with the intention of people actually being able to watch the game alongside him, kind of thing. Whereas our one is almost kind of the commentary for those who aren't able to watch the game. So it is kind of two different dynamics there. And yeah, but I think he does enjoy doing it, surely. He would be liking it. He has been growing very well over the last few months as well, 2 Cents, almost up to 40K, which is extremely impressive in the rugby community. We are at 4.5K at the moment, which is pretty awesome as well for ourselves, and we are going onwards and upwards from here towards possibly 5K by the end of the rugby championship. 2 Cents Sons apparently tearing up in Ripper Rugby. He wouldn't run it straight at me. I'll bulldoze him as well, says Smithy Taller. And we only saw about one run from Asafa Moore's brother in this game, but straight away, it looks like he is going to be a unit out on the wing or in that back line. So it will be exciting to see what he can do in the future as well. But nonetheless, I should start setting up for that live stream between Canterbury and Auckland. I will try and get the lineups ready so you guys can see them up on the screen. As well. Well, a mini 1 cent as well, says Johnny Blaze. But I do thank you all very much for tuning in. Yeah, he probably enjoys it as well, says Tesla. And yeah, at this stage, I mean, we still haven't actually done an interview or anything with a rugby player. And I feel like that is something that I would really like to be able to get going soon. Some sort of interview. I'm not sure who we would interview. I mean, it would be pretty awesome to have Kieran Reid on, just because of the fact that we've got the blow-up doll of himself. But yeah, who knows? Maybe one day. Oh, a bit of snooker on the TV at the moment. Nice shot there. We've got a pool table out in the garage at my house. And it's one of those ones, we've done a couple pool videos in the past, but they have got a lot of offensive stuff that we'd have to cut out. But after that, maybe we could do a reacting to old videos that are on private, perhaps. You should, brother, as well, says Millie Taller, and surely they're not brothers, as well, says Johnny Blaze. Is that Levo guy really a Sappho's brother? I have heard someone say that he is, which is pretty interesting. So he is going to be a danger in the back line for Tasman throughout this season. And we always got to see you all real soon, or see you all soon in the next one. It says Katie Dixon with the hundreds in the chat. But yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in. We will chat more on the next live stream. And yeah, I will see you all for the